like Dope Boy does.
You know, and that's the thing I don't understand too is that these auditors have always seemed to like to put other people in the front of their camera, but they are afraid themselves to be in front of it. So I don't
Yeah.
understand, you know, all of us on this channel. I'm not saying that we all agree again on everything that we all talk about, but we are not afraid to show our faces because of the way we have a cordial discord with one another. We're not out trying to bash the public or our elected officials or anything like that. So if you behave like an adult, why should you be afraid to show your face?
Mm. I think that's what Vegas Valley's having a problem with now. He can't figure out how to hide his face, so he's going to pretend like his mic doesn't work.
Right, because his microphone is built into the camera he's using, so he doesn't know how to separate the two
Mm.
without turning them both
Exactly.
off.
Yeah, exactly. That's okay, Vegas Valley. We still love you a long time. Don't worry, honey.
You know, it's
Oh,
odd.
what happened to J? What happened to JL Warren? I thought he wanted to come in and tell me why he made that video about me where he called me horrible names. Oh, horrible names.
I don't know. I haven't seen an email from him.
Also, just so you,
Well,
I don't know if anybody's
yeah,
else.
go ahead.
I don't know if anyone else has had this privilege, but it seems that I have been completely blocked by both my private and my Drinks and Discussions page to all of Audit Them's streams. I can't get access to it. I
Why would
can't
he block
chat.
you?
I'm blocked.
What?
That's crazy. He's
Why would they do
insane.
that?
You're like the nicest of all of us.
I'm not really
Even Dr.
sure.
Nick, and he's nice too.
Yeah, Dr. Nick was actually on the threshold of being blocked by one of the moderators, but I don't think he actually got the kick like I did.
Yeah, Catherine, he did say bye a while ago, but he's sitting on the stream now, so.
Uh, Prester John, that's all Vegas does. I showed a video on here earlier tonight. That's all. Matter of fact, I can show it again because there was only about 150 people in here earlier. This guy is really a loose cannon, and he that's exactly why I filed the police report. So now I can take legal action with YouTube, and I can hire an attorney. That's the first step in any legal process. You need a police report. So that's not a problem. That's not a problem. Yeah.
I'd love to see
You
if you
hear
could
that?
get Sidewalk Boy to join this chat one day too. I'd love to hear from that guy.
That would be
I,
amazing.
I don't think he's ever going to come back on my channel. He has seen the light, and
You've had him on there
and
before?
for the Goat Boy, yeah.
No, you've had the Sidewalk Boy. Have you had Sidewalk Boy before as a
Mm,
member?
I'm sorry. You see, I have so many crazy people. I'm sorry, I confused them. No, I have not had Sidewalk Boy on.
Mm.
Hey, Vegas Valley, since you're not saying anything, I think I'm going to kick you on out. There you go. Let me put
Yeah.
let me put this video up here, though. I would have loved for him to comment on this video, but he's not talking. So let's go ahead and run this video. It's only a couple of minutes. It's not. Let's go ahead and put it up here. It's disgusting. It's disgusting.
Hey, it's Dr. Dave, baby. I'm going to tell you what's on this YouTube channel right now. Dr. Dave enjoys good craft beer. Oh, that's number one, baby. But even better, I enjoy exposing First Amendment auditors.
I don't get it.
These are the so-called First Amendment protectors of our First Amendment. Get out of town with that stuff. These guys are a fraud. These guys, most of them are unemployed. Just about every one of them. They're unemployed, and a lot of them have criminal records. Well, I like to call them out. Imbeciles and morons.
And that was the end
What?
of the video.
What the heck does he think he's going to achieve by that? If any of those things had happened, I don't think you'd be sitting in a nice, comfy, cozy chair right now. If all of those things were true, that makes zero sense.
And I certainly wouldn't air it. Yeah. Let me thank Jamie Barrows for another $2. Imagine concuss. Yeah, I know what you mean. A concussion, a minor, and posting evidence. Yeah, that kid was flat out, wasn't he? He was like the movie. What was his name? Chris Tucker. You got knocked the F out. Yeah, he was flat, and his mom tried to pick him up, couldn't pick him up. Or ask Jay Morian $10. I don't know what you did. Just like I don't know what I did, or Ash. We didn't do anything. When the cancel culture converges on you, they're relentless. They're relentless, and that's what's happening right now. You've done nothing, Arash. Don't.
Well, and that's the kind of thing that I'm confused about, Dave. I feel like as if they think that you're trying to cancel them, and that is why they're up in arms.
Yeah.
And I think because you're the guy that's basically kind of sitting on the top of the hill, if you will, and your station, your channel has been around a lot longer than some of these other ones, and I think it's kind of like they want a kind of a piece of the pie, so to speak, by coming at you from a crybaby stance. It sounds like to me that just doesn't seem to work in anybody's favor. And you're still continuing to gain followers and gain notoriety by continuing to out them, and it's just odd that. And then they shy away. You invite them, they want to play tricks on their technology and say it doesn't work when they don't have any problems when they're in front of their own camera and their own channel, being disgusting pigs. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Speaking of which, I see Vegas Valley backstage again, Brian.
I'm back, Doc, just in case.
Yeah, give me a minute here, Saul.
Maybe he figured out his audio.
Yeah, give me a minute here. Because, Brian, you said one thing that's not quite true, and you don't know that, so I'm going to tell you. Oh, wait, what is all that noise? Somebody doing
That's on
something.
Megan's end. That was on Megan's
Megan,
end.
mute your mic. Mute your mic. Please, mute it. I've only been around since the last 2 days of October last year. That's how the older my channel is. And I've outpaced all these channels because I have figured out what it is that the viewers want to see. And I provide it on a daily basis in quantity, mass quantity, if you will. And I think that they're just jealous. And I even told Irish Demon that one time. I said, I've got 13 million views. You have 1.5 million? Well, I provide things that people want to see, Dr. D. I said, apparently not.
Right.
But anyway, let's bring our good friend, Vegas Valley. Are you ready to cuss us out now?
I'm going to say that's going to be his first thing. He's going to try to come in and start swinging right off the bat. Let's see.
No, it's going to be I think it's going to be.
Hey, man.
Oh, there he is.
Hey, let me know if you guys can hear me. You guys can hear me?
Yeah,
How you doing?
I'm excited.
Nice.
I'm excited.
Well, hey, check this out. We had a little microphone problem. I guess it was just, because I'm a Mac user and the Google Chrome, but we figured it out. And now just moving forward, as long as we keep it like a bunch of gentlemen in the room, we can have a nice conversation.
Cheers to that.
Okay.
What do you think, guys?
Yeah, I can definitely do that.
You guys
sir.
cool with that?
Yeah,
All right, let me just start out. All right, let's start out because like I said, I'm not here to bash anybody. Now, and I understand why some people might look at a couple of my videos and jump to that point. But let me make it very clear of my mission statement, who I am, and why I do what I do. First of all, I don't even like to call myself a First Amendment auditor. You know why? You don't see me walking up inside of a fucking post office. You don't see me walking up inside these places and doing all that shit. You don't see me walking around with guns on my hip doing open carry. If you watch my channel, what you will see is my phone, and let me back up. I don't have 900 videos like you, and the reason is I got about 50 because I only pull my phone up when I'm actually out just doing my thing and I see something happening. So my shit is spontaneous. I'm not walking around fucking just planning shit. But having said this, you tell me which video you want to jump to, and we could dissect it. If you want to jump into that school one, let's jump into the school one. Check this out. Let me break this down. You guys hear me out real quick, and I'll give you the floor. You could fucking roast me. I'm cool with that. So having said that, I'm an old cat. I'm 51 fucking years old. Yeah, I got a couple sons. I got a daughter. Let's get back to that.
Then why are you hanging around the school?
Check this out. I ain't hanging around the fucking school.
Why are you hanging around the school?
Just sit back and let me.
Now, I have to mute you for a minute, Vegas Valley, because you've dropped that F-bomb 6 times in about 30 seconds. What's your deal? You know, he sounds like he is from Brooklyn. You could tell he's from New York through and through, right? The way he slings those words right out of his mouth. Can you calm down for a minute there, Vegas Valley?
As he says, let's keep it as gentlemen. That comes out of his mouth.
Yeah. Gentlemen don't use that type of language, especially.
All right, listen, man. Let me speak, because first of all, if your man wants to come in here and say, why are you hanging out at the school, you're taking a jab at me. And don't think I didn't see.
Well, just 1 second. Just one second.
All right.
Let me just say something real quick. Let me just say 1 second. First of all,
go ahead, Brian.
Having a discussion goes 2 ways. You have to listen as well as talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
when you come in here,
you said I was hanging out as a fucking school.
Well, hold on a second. Again, you're trying to overtalk me. Again, you're trying to overtalk.
Hear my story? You want me to go?
Again, this guy tries to be disrespectful and overtalk people. I don't know. Well, let me finish my. Let me finish my. Let me finish my story. Let me finish what I was going to say.
Dave, I'm not here to talk to him, bro. I ain't here to hear your fucking
what?
story.
Why don't you want to? Vegas, hey Vegas, you don't want to talk to me, but you want to talk to everybody else. What's the problem? You afraid of me? Are you afraid?
He's a tough guy.
Are you afraid of me, Mr. Vegas? Don't run scared. Don't run away scared. Don't run.
He's still there.
Come on, man.
Yeah, he's still there. I got him muted, but you can still hear him.
Come on, man. You don't scare me. Come on. I'm not a little high schooler. I'm not a high schooler. Oh, so now you can talk. Come on. Oh, that's right.
Hey, what's your mother's name? I probably.
Oh, that's smart.
Every other word is a 4-letter word. Everything. Megan, it's good you're not here. Oh my God. 499 from Brian Baker. Big fan, guys. I got into watching you. Yeah, we take him down. We got this guy on screen now. He can't act right. Listen to him.
So, Dr. Dave, I'll speak to you since these guys wants to keep talking over people. So, okay, I'm done with this guy. If you can just cut him off. He just called me a spook, dude. This guy is a racist. This guy's a racist now. What's going on? What's going on here? Vegas Valley just called me a spook.
Oh, did he? I didn't. Oh my God, Vegas Valley! Did you say that? I didn't hear that. Vegas Valley.
Yeah, he said he did.
What?
I think
what the fuck are you saying about Brian?
I give him the boot.
I can't bring him back for more than 2 seconds without a cuss word.
I think you need to give him the boot, Dave.
I'm gonna let him chill out for a minute. Maybe he'll calm down. I don't know. Now, I apologize if he said that. I tell you what, if he did, I've got it recorded. And
absolutely. But here's the deal.
I agree on kicking them out.
It doesn't.
Did you hear that?
I've been listening the whole time.
You hear it? Did you hear it, Megan?
I heard. Yeah, and he was quiet. I did.
So, and that just shows his character. I mean, he's getting up there and he wants to act like he is Mr. Tough Guy because he's 1,000 miles away, knowing he wouldn't say that in my face. That's number one. Number two.
Did he say that Dr. Dave is a racist?
Yes, he did.
Is that one of the things you're being accused of?
Obama.
So now.
He's still doing it. He calls you Obama.
That's actually a compliment. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I would take that as a compliment. Well, I wonder what he's saying about me.
He's sitting there with a fucking white supremacist, dude. Look at you. This guy's over here showing off his fucking Nazi memorabilia.
Hey, Vegas, knock it off, Vegas. You want to talk? You talk like a gentleman, okay?
Well, he already lost that.
He's gonna be a gentleman.
He already lost that card.
He said that he'd come over here and have all of us be gentlemen, including me, apparently. And he can't even stop. He can't stop and
Even wise guys know when to be nice.
He's neither. But I'll listen.
I agree with Bob Keller.
I would listen. I'll listen to his dumbass stuff.
Megan, your voice got all staticky. I don't know what happened. It's all.
Yeah, I'm on my Bluetooth speakers. I'm just smoking a cigarette.
Oh, okay.
When he comes out and he treats women the way he treats women, he treats minorities the way he treats minorities. He's actually, you could tell he served some time, obviously, because he's so hateful. So if he's doing all that kind of stuff, then he's not a gentleman, nor is he a good person. So he's got some insecurities. He's got some insecurities.
Shut up, dude.
He's got some insecurities.
Hey, you got fucking trannies on your shit, dude. Get the fuck out of here. Look at this guy.
It's pitiful. It's pitiful. And he said he's 51 years old.
Show your face.
Pitiful.
Show your face.
Yeah, let's see.
Show your face.
Oh, he's like Goat Boy. He doesn't want to show his face because then we'll have confirmation. Dude, I posted 30 pictures of you today. Don't worry about it. Not to worry about it.
But I'll let you. I don't mind. Tell us why you're hanging around a high school. Let's go.
Can you do that? Just tell us why you're hanging around the high school and stop everything else. Just tell us.
And did you get arrested?
Let me know.
Go for it.
No, I did not get arrested. Number one. All right, now, are you ready?
Yeah,
tell me
go
one.
for it.
All right, you know what? Let's all back up. All right, we had our fun. Hey,
that wasn't
I know
fun.
You guys waited for me so we could all bash. No,
there was nothing fun there.
Let him talk, Brian. Let him talk.
Hey, check this out, man. Let's just start over. Hey, how about you let me talk, and I'll give you the floor. I don't care if you bash me or not. Let's just be respectful in the conversation.
Just try to watch those F-bombs, please. Thank you.
Hey, that's cool. For your channel, I'll do that because you said please. I respect that.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, so anyways, if I drop them in an accident, it wasn't on purpose, but I'm going to watch. Hey, let me back up. Let's get back to the school, guys. I know you want to know why I was up in that school. So check this out. Hey, if you guys did your homework, you'll see that that's a crazy-ass school out there. You'll see for 2 days in a row, that shit was locked down. Now, check this out. I'm over here in my shop, and I get a phone call from my fucking daughter. She's holed up in the cafeteria with her friends.
You gotta watch your language.
My bad. Hey, you know what? You should charge me $1 for every time I do it, and I'll send you I'll send you $1 PayPal. Hey, anyways, check this out. Let's get back to the story. So I get a call about 2 o'clock. My daughter's frantic, sitting up in the cafeteria, her and her friends. I'm like, what are you talking about? I thought she was calling me for a ride to get out of earlier, son, or permission. But anyways, she's like, no, we're in the cafeteria. There's a hard lockdown. What? Yeah, they found an extended clip there, and they're on there now looking for some kids with a gun. She said, can you come get me? I'm scared. So check this out. I go down there. Now here's the thing, guys. Just let me finish. What you saw were several several projects that were evolved from one event. So what I mean is, I took multiple clips that happened that day. So what wound up happening is they look like they're individual events. Now let me back up. So I go down to the school. By the time I get there, there's already about 1,000 people standing out there. There's every news fucking excuse my language, about every news channel standing out there filming. I get out there, and you're going to see, because I still haven't even uploaded the content yet where I was engaging with the cops. Here's what happened was, the reason why you really don't see me roasting the cops in this video, that wasn't my intent to go there. When I went down there, and you're going to see this in my videos I'm going to post, I actually seen a couple of the cops that I did know that I'm actually cool with and I respect. Now, if you watch a lot of my videos, I don't roast every cop. And hey, you want to know something? My subscribers actually get mad at me because I tell cops, I say, thank you, you're a good cop. So if you go back and you watch some of my videos, you're going to see I get chastised by my subs because I'm not a freaking bully. So let me get back to the story. I pull up there, there's a couple cool cops. He immediately, hey, Joseph, what's up, buddy? And now everybody's watching, like, how is this guy getting underneath the yellow tape? I'm thinking to myself, because I know the freaking cops. So everybody's hating on me. I shouldn't say everybody's hating me, but I got the news channel looking at me. Why is he on the other side? So now I come back over. We're all hanging out. So now this is what they tell us. Hey, guys, it was a false alarm type. There was no gun. So, boom, at 2 o'clock, or excuse me, whatever time they said, you go get your kid. So here's what happened. They bust down the yellow tape. We all start walking down there. And see, what you guys didn't understand is as I'm walking up, I walked past a bunch of cops, and I didn't film them because I knew them. I knew they were good. They waved to me. I waved to them. You didn't see the hand waves on the side. But I did see a few cops that harassed me before and some other friends of mine. Now let me get back to the story. So I'll go up there. You see me. I play with a cop. Just ask him a quick question. I called the guy buddy. And that guy was rude to me. And you saw that. Now going back to like Dave. See, Dave said, hey, please, thank you. You got to respect that. So my thing is, if you watch any of my videos, I never, ever, and you'll never point out one single person that I actually approach and mess with. Now, let's go back to everybody that got roasted that day. That cop said something, he got roasted. I get back over there. Now, check this out. If you watch the video close, here's something that you may have missed. There is a woman, the same woman that you will see later on, who is supposed to be the mother of the kids that I knocked out. If you watch the video closely, you're going to see that woman. And what she did was, it's on camera. And if you guys are fair, you'll go back and you'll look out of fairness. So here's what happened. You'll see me. I'm standing there. I'm talking to a cop. Or no, excuse me. I'm actually walking past. I'm getting ready to leave. The lady says something to me. I turn around. And you'll always know when somebody says something to me because you'll see my camera's pointing. Like, who just said something to me? So I point my camera to see who said something to me. And that's when you see the lady. And then I clown her. I clown her. I say, yeah, like, look, you can tell she's been to Vegas. She lost her ass. Yes, I said that comment. That shit was funny as shit. Now, let me just hear me out. Thank you for being patient. So, that lady, if you watch, she threatened me. Now, hear me out. Here's what she said.
This is a bunch of bullshit, Dr. Dave. This is a bunch of bullshit. I'm just going to call bullshit.
Let me finish.
None of this makes any sense.
Bullshit, watch the video.
Let me thank Ham Banana for $4.99. What about Vegas Valley's son beats kids? What about that, Vegas Valley?
Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there. Now, let me finish.
Yeah, but you're going around three sides of the block, man.
Wait, hold on a second, too. Let me explain something to you. There's not a cop in this world that's going to put up some caution tape and allow you, because you're friends with somebody on the force, to go over it. That makes zero sense.
How about this?
Zero.
Exactly.
When you see the video,
Zero.
When you see the video, then what are you going to say?
We saw the video. I saw that video. I watched it.
Yeah,
I saw
they
the
never
video.
posted. All right,
This is like the same bullshit. You got the video just like Donald Trump has all the votes. You got the video just like you're going to keep saying all the time. You just are dummy. You're an idiot. You're a racist idiot. You're a racist idiot. Listen, I ain't got to be respectful. I don't got to. I don't have to be respectful.
The question was, the original question though was, why did you harass that woman news anchor? That's what we want to know. And why was your video camera on her bum?
Because he's a jerk. He's an uneducated. He's an uneducated, racist jackass. That's why.
Brian, come out to Vegas.
Come to Texas.
Little apartment. Dude, you got a fucking apartment, dude.
Are you
Hey,
crazy?
do you see that BMW that kid was laying in front of? Stupid. That was my fucking son's Beamer. Hey, let me tell you this is what the fuck happened. You'll see.
Oh, boy.
He's out of his mind.
He's.
Megan, you're going to have to
First of
cut
all,
that audio off because we can't hear you.
I just don't understand why this uneducated racist has got to have a problem with anybody who lives in an apartment, even though I do not. But why would he even use that as some type of insult? People live in apartments and they make a good living. So why is that an insult? It's just an uneducated comment, just like most of the things that you said all day, Vegas.
I took a look at where he lives there in Vegas, and I saw the BMW parked outside, so I know that's where he lives. But yeah, I think it's funny though. He's at the auto show. I don't know if that's a Bentley he's standing beside. Man, look, your YouTube channel is not making that much money for a Bentley, bro. It's just not.
He's not.
That was a Bentley.
You know, and it was in front of a hotel, by the way. If you can tell, look at the picture. Look, I'm not the smartest person in the world, but I'm pretty intelligent. I could tell when you're actually posing in front of somebody else's car, you idiot. Don't sit up there and try to flash. And by the way, if your apartment or house is bigger and better than mine, put it on video. Show us all. Prove me wrong.
Megan, I need you back on the stream, Megan, because I got people joining the show here. I don't know who they are.
What happened to JL? Did he ever come in?
$5 from Chris. Davey had a Freudian slip and admitting he knocked the kid out. Yeah. Mark, who is Marcus trying to join the show, man?
That's my guy.
That's your guy?
That's my co-host on my channel for Drinks and Discussions.
Oh, okay. I didn't know who that was. Welcome, Marcus. Yeah, we got this guy in here, Vegas Valley, called Brian a spook, and then he called him Obama? I don't know. Maybe you can talk to him. Let's bring him back for a minute, see what he says. What do you got to say, Vegas Valley?
I'm just talking loud, that's all.
What's he say?
He's talking to his.
What do you say, Vegas Valley?
He's talking in his apartment to some woman. He's talking in his apartment to some woman, apparently.
We see the clown? You're right about that, Hand Banana. Why can't we see the
I gotta
crowd?
go, man. You guys don't want to talk. I gotta go, dude. I ain't got time for your little petty shit.
Oh man, don't leave us
It
now.
was fun.
Bye.
Cry, baby.
Hey, you know what? We had an agreement.
Cry, baby.
Hey, baby Barack. Hey, what are you wiping sperm off your face?
That's intelligent.
baby
You wiping off that
Barack.
nut off your face, Brian?
Oh.
Fuck, guys. Look at, hey, baby
Oh,
Barack.
man, you
Hey, is
showed
that
your
Joe
color.
Biden's sperm?
I'm gonna enjoy
You
it.
got
True
Uncle
colors.
Joe's sperm on your chin.
You showed your
You
true
smiling.
colors
It
tonight,
is.
bro.
Or is that Dave's? Wipe
Why don't
Dave's
you show
sperm
your
off
why
chin,
don't you
punk
why
bitch.
don't you show your midget self? Come on, let's see it. Let's see your little puny arms.
Dave.
See you.
Hey,
Let's
you
see
know
your
what,
puny
Dave?
arms.
I didn't come on here to roast anybody.
But
I
too
thought
late.
you wanted to hear what happened that day about
Too
that
late.
girl.
You're
Hey, what
roasting.
about that? What do you wanna hear
Nobody
about?
wants to hear.
Yeah,
What do you wanna hear about?
Nobody wants to hear from an idiot.
I
No.
thought we had a gentleman's agreement, but then you called Brian names. I don't
No,
know.
and then Brian jumped in and said bullshit. He didn't like what I was saying and he stopped me. So Megan,
'Cause you're an idiot.
Give me the flight. Hey, you know what we should have? How about we have a 5-minute rule? Someone gets the floor for 5. Hey,
You
can
just
do whatever
took
you want
10.
for
You
5.
already
That's-
had it.
You took 10.
You had it for 10.
All right.
Yeah.
You had it for 10.
Okay.
Why don't you-
Hey, so
let me
here's
just
a
ask.
$30
Let me
question.
ask some
Who knocked
questions.
the kid out?
Let me
Who
ask.
knocked that kid out?
Why are you
Who knocked the
boasting?
kid out?
Why are you boasting that you knocked the kid out? You can't knock a grown man out. You can't knock a grown man
Are you
out. What's
sure?
wrong with you? You
I didn't
obviously
knock the
are.
kid out, stupid. My son did.
You
I
obviously
know I
are.
knocked your bitch ass out.
That's not even funny.
Laugh. What are you laughing about, man?
You know,
Hey,
but
by the way,
Baby
I
Barack,
screenshotted
come
all
on,
of
dude.
the super chats.
I'll knock Dave's sperm off your chin. You come out here.
You know how much you know when you laugh when you say that because even you know that's not true.
Now what?
Even you know that's not true.
No, you're a punk. Look,
See
hey,
what-
I can tell you ain't nobody. You're a mark just by the way you wear your hat,
And
stupid.
you
Dude,
don't
get-
even show
you
your
get-
face.
Hey, the moment you get off the fucking plane, you get fucking
Language.
stepped to, bro.
Language.
Come on, man.
And you don't even show
Come
your
on, bro.
face. So how are you going to say
Hey.
anything? You
All
said
right.
how much per
Are you guys
curse
want to
word?
get back?
Was it $10
I
per
got
curse
shit to
word?
do.
You owe
man.
us a
I got
lot.
stuff to do.
Does it make you feel better?
Jamie,
Does it
Jamie Barrow says
does it-
YouTube racism is documented. Look at that.
and transcribed
Yeah.
and transcribed? And let me ask you a question:
Transcribed.
Does it make you feel? Does it make you feel taller, Mr. Vegas? Does it Valley Vegas? Does it make you feel taller?
As fuck, dude.
Does it make you feel taller? But the insults,
Hey,
Just call
I'm
him
just asking.
Joe. His name's Joe. Call him Joe.
Joe, do you feel
This little Joe.
taller? Does that make
Joey.
you feel like a big man? Because you're 5'4"? Because you're 5'4", that makes you feel bigger? I'm just asking.
Dave, you need to get some other moderators.
No,
in
hey,
here,
no,
'cause I can't
I'm 5'2".
I can't
Look at
do all of
look-
these.
hey,
but
look at
keep it
5'2".
to
yeah, that's what I am. No, actually,
look at what Arash Tamorian says for $10. Do you think it makes you look
Hey,
good
Megan, check this
if
out.
you yell profanity and act
Hey,
crazy? Is that how you get your point across, Joey boy?
Hey,
I don't even think. Can you guys
Yeah,
hear me?
I'm seeing a lot of things about him saying he's weak when he comes out with insults and everything like that. That just shows his lack of intelligence. He can't match wits. He can't go toe to toe from the brain. He can't go toe to toe with me intellectually. So you want to go with the insults? I get it.
Dude, why would I wanna
You
talk
run
to
out of
You're a
words.
liberal, dude.
You work
Don't fuck with liberals.
because you're not
Hey,
educated.
Vegas,
Trump,
language.
motherfucker.
You
You
cause
understand
Language.
that?
you're not
Let me
educated.
tell you something.
You're not educated enough.
Hey, David, shut up, Barack.
You're not educated enough to go. You're not educated enough to go toe to toe with me. That's why you like to overtalk people. You're ex-crackhead. You're ex-crackhead. You're probably a ex-felon. So go ahead. Go ahead.
We see your son. Show yourself. Tan Banana, thank you for that $1.99. And I see another one over here. Joseph
Yeah.
Paul Ritter, $9.99. Thank you, Vegas Valley. Watch your mouth. I was so pleased. Did I miss any other comments over there?
Yeah, I screenshotted a lot of the super chats.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead
while
and
that
read them
whole
out
rant
now.
was going
Go ahead,
on.
read them out. Go ahead.
All right, let me get to them. But also, by the way, Silly Wabbit's not up to me if you get on or not. You can't ask me.
Yeah, silly Wabbit. I'm sorry. Can't come on. No, so sorry.
Okay. Whew. All right. So I don't know if you posted these up or not. I was just trying to capture them. Also, you need to get some more wrenches in your chat, in your side chat, because I can't keep approving all of these things.
I would like to get somebody, but people that wanted to come on and I send them emails, I never hear back from them.
Oh, well, this is just getting them a wrench. So how about Leland Miller should get a wrench and Jamie Barros?
Jamie
Just-
Barros,
just
yeah.
that.
If you want to be a modulator, if you want to be a modulator,
Modulator. We could use a modulator.
Yeah.
yeah, we could use if Jamie Barros wants to be a modulator.
And
Go ahead,
Leland
Sam.
Miller, she's good.
I'd like to know what everybody else has to say about the blatant racism that we're actually being exposed to by Mr. Vegas Valley.
Oh.
I don't.
It's actually good. It's actually good to hear. It's good to see because you get an idea of the way a person's mindset is.
Dude,
Yeah.
you sound stupid.
The
I
super
sound
chat.
stupid.
So Chris for $5 said, Dave, he just had a Freudian slip and admitted he knocked a kid out, or the kid out. And then Hand Banana for $1.99 says, why can't we see the clown?
Yeah.
Jamie for $6, congrats Vegas Valley. YouTube racism is documented.
Mm-hmm.
Arash for $10, Vegas, do you think this makes you look good? We already saw that one. The Andre the Alien for $5. I got cousins who have better manners than VW or VV. By the way, they are my third cousins.
Okay, we're gonna allow Vegas Valley to talk. He's still here. We're gonna give him 2 minutes. Does anybody have a clock?
Man, hey, listen, man. I was just about to go on you guys. Yo, dude.
I gotta.
You guys, hey, check this out.
Starting.
Check this out. I don't care about your stopwatch. I'm gonna make this very clear. You interrupt me, you'll never get a chance to talk to me again. Now, Dave, I want to say this. I will repeat this. You want to talk? You don't interrupt me.
This is a clown, man. He's not running shit. He's not running shit. Who the hell does he think he is? Talking like this, like he's owning your channel, Dr. Dave. I wouldn't put up with this crap.
I'm not owning your channel.
I'm allowing him to talk, but he doesn't want to say anything. What do you want to say, brother?
I didn't come here. Hold on. Hey, look, hold on. You invited me on your channel to talk to you. I didn't come on the channel to hear your little sidekick Brian over here. Okay, I'm just saying.
No, that's disrespectful.
So
That's disrespectful.
Well, guess what? It is what it is. I'm disrespectful, bro. And now let's get back to the conversation.
You got 1 minute,
Which
30
video?
seconds. Go for it.
How about this? How about this? How about I just drop that bomb and say we say fuck it. We'll end it now. And guess what?
I'm good with that.
Enjoy your new video.
I'm good with that.
Remember when you said you're fucking that lady in the ass? You fucked her in the ass?
Because you can't stop using the F-bomb. You can't stop using the F-bomb.
Remember that? Aha, bitch. Wait to your videos, Dave. You fucked up, punk. Bye-bye.
Oh. Threats.
I kicked him. I kicked him off. He didn't leave. I kicked him off.
Yeah.
Jamie Barrows, that email scrolling at the bottom is for you. I think you already have my email. If you want to be a modulator and you have a YouTube channel, get with me.
Mr. Marcus, I see you're on there, buddy. Come on, unmute the mic and tell me what you gotta get thrown in the fire. Tell me what you think, Chief.
Yeah, I did, man.
Oh, wait a minute. This is a world premiere of J.L. Warren in the house.
Oh, no.
Welcome, J.L. Warren.
How's it going? Megan sent me the invite, so I figured I'd pop on. And
hey, JL, how are you?
Since apparently it's going good, since apparently I needed to address Saul directly about this situation.
Oh, yeah, go for it, man.
Just want to know where you're going to take that list down and take off that attempt to dox me.
Number one, it's not my
website.
Okay, first of all, it's not my website. That's number one.
But you can delete the post though.
Can I?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, then do this. Try this. See if that's true. Register. It'll be nice for you to be there anyway. You should be there.
No, I have no reason to be on it, but you put.
Why not? That's the premiere.
You attempted to dox me on it. It's your post. You created it. You can delete that post. So I prefer.
Let me ask a question real quick.
To take that attempt.
You doxed you.
Explain something. Can you guys explain something?
I have the link here. I'm looking at it.
Yes, but you doxed you. In your video, you had JL.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
What is doxing?
I did no. The information you put up there, the information you put there is an attempt. I've never released that information because it's old information.
Right, but you said the county. I'm not
No,
going
I
to repeat
didn't.
it here. Then where did I get it? How did I get that?
I don't know. You could try and look me up because you could have found my old information, but it doesn't matter.
I didn't bother. To tell you the truth, I found it. I have no reason to lie. I got that right from one of your videos or one of your right at the bottom.
That's not the point. That's not the point. The point is, and it doesn't matter. I'm asking you to take down that information. I'm coming to you and asking you, can you take down that information that you put out about me?
Now, I would if I could. Try this. Do this
You
simple
can.
experiment.
You
register, even if you never post.
No, Saul,
Really?
you created the post. You can delete the post.
There is no option for a user to delete a post after 15. Actually, after 15 minutes, it can't be edited or deleted. It could never be deleted. What you could do is you could remove the content and then hit edit, right? And it will take out whatever you want was there.
What is doxing?
But there is no option. There is no option to delete.
Well, then take the information off the post.
Doxing's where your real information's out there.
How do I do that? I don't have an option.
You just said that you can edit it. It's your post. You're the one that created
After 15 minutes, you can no longer edit it. 15 minutes is the window of opportunity in order for a member.
That is not true. That is a blatant
just
lie.
Like you're telling me that I'm lying about finding that information.
That is a blatant
on
lie.
one of your videos. Try it.
So you're not going to take down the information that the
Are you willing
about me that you put up.
Are you unwilling to register and try?
Saul, you're not
listening.
Going. So Saul, it doesn't.
You're not
No,
listening.
Saul.
The
solution to this is
What is
not
this?
me signing up for that website.
Hey,
The
JL, real
solution
quick.
is you taking off the information that you put up about me and taking down that list.
Let me ask you a question. Okay, let me ask you a question. Can you take your screen there? Can you remove yourself from Doc's video at this point? Can you do that?
No.
Can you undo
No,
what
I'm
you
not,
just?
I'm not on the site.
Okay, you can't do that. Just like that site is not mine. I'm not
registered. I'm not a user on it, but it's not my post. It's your post.
All right, let me explain
you put up
again.
The post. You can still delete the content you put up.
Why are you telling me that I can perform a function that is not there for a
user? You can. If you
Thanks,
create
RK.
the post, you can delete.
He doesn't
the post.
understand. He doesn't understand. There is no option on that page or on any of my buttons, any of my controls there as a member to further modify a post or delete it once 15 minutes has expired.
So
You're
not going to take the information off of it. That's
how can I do that if that option does not exist?
It is an option, and you know it's an option. So
how
you're
are
not
you
gonna
so
take
sure of
the
it?
off, and you're not going to get rid of the hate.
Let me ask you a question. Would you like to make a gentleman's bet? You want to bet $1,000? Do you have $1,000?
Well, let me ask you guys a question. JL, pleasure to meet you. I've never seen your channel. I don't know what you're about, but it's glad to see you on there. So, is there a process? So if you're asking Saul to take you something down,
he has to ask Brian.
If there's a process, can you explain to him the process?
Brian is speaking. Let him finish his thing. Go ahead.
If there's a process, I don't know what's going on between you guys, but if there's a process, but I'm just asking. I just wanted to ask if there's a process, and if the process exists, can JL explain to you what the process is to take it down?
Yeah, it's very simple. There is a delete and edit function on the individual post that a person makes in their history, and a person can delete any post that they've put up, and a person can edit any post that they've put up. And he could take it, he could literally remove that information from this previous post, or he could delete the post entirely. And even if there was an issue, even if the issue that he did that existed that he says that doesn't exist, he could contact the administration of that website, and they could take it off. But he has yet to do any of that, and I've brought this up for the past 3 days, and this would have been plenty of time for him to take the personal information about me off the site and take that call to mass report off the site, which is a violation of YouTube TOS off-platform mass reporting rules. So I've given plenty of opportunity, and I've tried to be seriously cool about this.
I wasn't
originally involved in any of this. I got dragged into this because I voiced a personal opinion regarding something that was said about my friend. And
did that opinion violate YouTube's community standards?
No, it actually doesn't. It doesn't, Saul. I can say whatever I want on my channel as long as it doesn't engage in hate speech. And what I said was not hate speech. I was voicing my opinion. It does not violate the rules of TOS because if it had, YouTube wouldn't have allowed me to put it up. And number two, it wasn't monetized. Number two, I don't monetize my
Why are you so
opinions.
concerned about what's on the fan club website? How does that
because I explained this with Megan on when she was on my live stream. The whole point is that my channel predominantly my channel focuses on addressing theist claims. So irrational beliefs, irrational behaviors, the things that cause societal divides in our community. So we kind of work on the same side. You work more on the legal side. I work more on the religion side. So the issue being that when he puts that up there in that context, that gives people an idea of what my site does. And if enough people mass report me, regardless of what YouTube thinks, it could potentially damage my channel and have removed. I have to build it up from the ground up again. And I'm still in the process of building it. And then it does me. So that takes one more voice for rationality and reason out of the conversation and does further harm to the community. So the point being, I don't want my name associated with that because I don't target you and I don't really have an opinion on yours. Megan, go ahead. I apologize. I interrupted you.
I just did a test thread on that site because I am registered, and I can't delete it.
And JL,
Like I can edit it.
If you ever
so far, but it's real fresh. I mean, I just put it up.
If you,
I can't find a way to delete it.
You're trying to perform
JL,
a function that can't be performed.
if you ever, again, I'm just getting introduced to you and your channel. It was great to hear that part of it. If you ever discuss Jehovah's Witnesses on your channel, please invite me.
Oh, I do. Yeah, I have a big thing coming up on cults, the cult mentalities of religion and
I grew up.
how it applies to Christianity. So you were JW.
I grew up as a Jehovah's Witness. I was a Jehovah's Witness up until my 20s. So I'd love, please invite me, sir. I would love to be on that.
Dude, if you check out my channel, you can contact me via my email address, or you can hit me up via my Discord. So just throw me a message anytime, and I will schedule a time to have you on.
Awesome. I'm on Discord as well, so that'll be easy to find. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
I'm on Discord.
Yes, she is,
Saul,
finally.
You got a compliment there, Saul, from Sherry Safer for $5.
I see
Says
it.
she loves to listen to you. You could read the phone book and she would listen. She loves you all. Oh, she loves us.
I'm bringing the phone book next time. Should I bring one of the short yellow books or the real big one?
Yeah, the short yellow. Hey, while we have JL on here, I want to ask him why he made that rant about me with all those 4-letter words. Why did you do that, sir?
Because I can, and because it was how I felt, and it was my opinion.
And do you think that's proper for an adult to talk like that on a forum, on a YouTube forum? You think that's prim and proper?
Yes, because I'm an adult and I'm an adult and I can conduct myself in any way that I see fit.
Okay. Well,
that's my right. That's my rights as an American.
You don't know anything.
That's my rights as an American, guaranteed under the First Amendment.
Okay. You know what?
Right?
You don't know anything about me, and for you to say such horrendous things.
Dave, I know a lot of stuff about you.
You know nothing about. You know what
How's
you
Genevieve?
see on YouTube.
How's Genevieve?
I don't know. How is she? Who is she?
Shall we keep going?
Yeah, I'm going to ask you. Who is she?
I know plenty about you, Dave.
Oh, who's Genevieve? Who is that?
You know exactly who she is. Do we need to keep going further?
Yeah, I want you to tell me. See, you guys get some information from these third-party websites, and I told Goat Boy, unless you're getting a police report, an FBI background check. Yeah, I see you smile. You know nothing,
dude.
Well, JL,
I'm not here to play this pissing. I'm not here to.
Well, let me ask you a question, JL.
The point was to ask.
It's not a piss. It's not a pissing.
It is a pissing.
Game.
I'm not engaging in a pissing match with you, Dave.
I'm not engaging with you. I'm just asking why you had to post that video about me when you know nothing about me.
And I already answered you. One.
No, you didn't. Because you
did.
I don't know anything about you. So what if I post?
It is my.
Look, I'm trying to ask you a
question. Dave, it is my channel. And I am free to express my opinion on my channel as I see fit. I can comport myself in any way that I want, just as you do on my channel. If YouTube has a problem with it, then YouTube will take my stuff down. But then again, I don't monetize any of my personal opinion ones for that very reason, because I don't try to get them monetized.
Are y'all finished running your fat mouth, your fat flabby mouth? Because I'm asking you, why you post a video about someone you don't know? Why do you do that?
I do.
You know nothing. Have I ever met you? Have I ever met you? Have we ever met?
Dave,
have we? Answer the question. Have we
no,
ever met?
No, you and I have never personally
So
met.
you want to make a video about me with all these 4-letter words in it?
Dave,
I can play the video. How about if I play the video right now? Would you be embarrassed?
Go for it.
Would you be embarrassed to watch that video?
No, I'm not at all. It's my opinion.
So JL, are you the? I think maybe you and I maybe had a conversation as I was watching Irish Demon's video the other day, and are you the one who was saying that you were a friend of Irish Demon?
Yes, I am friends with Irish Demon.
Okay. And just so you know, I started watching Dr. Dave, Irish Demon, and Team Skeptic, and as a fan of all three of them because they do the exact same thing. They rat out the guys who are being total imbeciles as they try to pretend they know what they're talking about with First Amendment audits and the FOIA stupid crap that he tries to spew as a knowledgeable person and sounds like an idiot. So that enticed me because I like watching train wrecks, you know. So again, I'm not trying to, nor do I want to be involved with ever spats that, you know. It's almost like those things when they say, be afraid to meet your idols because you may not really continue idolizing them. I don't know what you guys are going on. I see that you guys don't have the same type of channels, but I know Irish Demon and Dave do. They're fighting the same cause. It's just disheartening when I see men, and as we all try to have this kind of this cordial discord with one another,
Brian.
I'd like to see everybody kind of get along.
I want to play this video for you, Brian, and show you the kind of guy you're talking to right now. He doesn't know me from a bag of beans, yet he made this video. You want to see it? It's disgusting. It's disgusting.
Did he leave?
But he wants to play it. He wants me to play it. Yeah. Give me a second here. I'll bring it up.
And Dave, I completely agree with you on that. I think it's unnecessary. So
I did see this.
I wish it wasn't.
I did see this.
There's no sound.
Especially when it's between creators that work on the same side of things. But it seems that some people out there simply cannot go a day without getting their jollies by kicking others when they're down. And Dr. Dave is one such asshole. His transphobic incident was one thing, but after spending the last hour hearing him backpedal, scramble, pseudo-apologize, and victim blame my friend, and then hide the video that he did it on, and then shrug off the blowback with, that's just my content, deal with it. Literally, Dave, go fuck yourself, you unbelievable piece of shit. Now, I know you're like 2,000 years old, and the clock is ticking, and every morning you wake up is celebrated for the surprise that it honestly is. But you need to check yourself before you open that withered hole you call a mouth in the future. Just because you saw the fall of fucking Rome doesn't mean this community needs any more of your polarizing bullshit. Act your fucking age, because let's face it, you can't afford the time to be alienating people at this stage of the game.
Now, you don't know me. You've never met me. We've never spoken, have we?
Hey, Dave, look, can I ask one question?
Spoken.
Let me ask one question on this. One question on that, JL. Again, as an objective person, looking from the outside looking in, I saw Dr. Dave's video about Irish Demon. I saw it when he posted it. Did you see it? Did you actually see it, or was it reported to you?
Yes, I saw it, and it was pulled and it was sent to me.
Okay, so my question to you: if you were not a friend of Irish Demon, and you were looking at this as just taking it as face value, I even said this to on one of Dave's chat. I would not have done it. I didn't think that. I thought it was kind of like I don't know, but I don't know the history. But toward the end, I saw Dave make a kind of an olive branch. He said, hey, listen, I'm going to send this $75. I'm going to try to do my best. How Irish Demon took it is how he takes it. I'm not going to try to tell him how to feel. But from your perspective as a friend, I know everybody wants to defend their friend. In hindsight, if you looked at that video and just saying, hey, if maybe in poor taste, Dave had him on his website and took it down as a respect, as an olive branch, what say you now after hearing somebody who's seen it from the outside looking in and have that perspective? What would you say?
I would have to explain that the reason Dave took it down was after he started getting blowback on it. So he took it down after he realized how damaging it was going to be. So it wasn't, he didn't take
it down
because if you look at the timing of it and you look at the
he said
coming into it,
he actually said it because some advisors of his, right? And he said to Dave's,
I will take it down.
Dave said he spoke to some people that he really values their opinion, and those people advised him to take it down. It wasn't because he was going to lose followers or he thought it was in poor taste. He listened to somebody. And just like everybody else around you wants to.
But the video that I released was not in response to the one that Dave did. It was in response to his live stream.
I think I was part of that live stream.
That's why I said it was over an hour. I just listened to Dave prevaricate, dance around, backpedal, if apologize. I watched him do all of that for an hour when Irish Demon came on his live stream.
But again,
after
you're saying
after I saw all of that, it was so the video that the response that I put out was after Irish came on his channel and attempted to, and the whole apologize thing. That's when I released it. After I saw how abysmal that thing went down, I was like, you know what? Fuck this dude. I'm sorry, I apologize. Pardon my French. And then I released that quick 1 minute short.
Well, let me ask you.
That was all I had to say on it.
Just a question would be, I've seen Dave come out and he invited Irish Demon over there, and I think Irish Demon was actually, and you verify this, and I'd love to ask him this question. I'd love to see if Irish Demon actually saw it, because I saw Irish Demon's response, and he was going on and on and on. He was going on and on about how Dave was talking about his fiance, his wife, or whoever she was. There was no mention of her on that video, not one.
Yeah, no. Dave addressed Jen in a way that Irish needed to step up and be a man and take care of his wife.
What portion of that was that? What was that? I didn't see that. I watched the whole thing twice.
That was when Dave was alluding to the fact that he needed to go continue his barber school thing and needed to actually get a real job and take care of his wife so that they wouldn't be in this kind of situation. And he was alluding to he was implying that the whole situation was because of Irish Demon.
Well, yeah, that was based on, again, but he also came back and said that was based upon, and there was a follower of Dave's that I'm not sure if you saw, who said that it was he or her that put in a chat that made Dave speculate on what was the cause.
Okay,
and regardless, but here's the deal. Regardless of the speculation,
should Dave have speculated?
Well, I think that's part of the reasons.
Should he not have contacted Irish Demon
I think that's part of the reason why he took it down. I think that's part of the reason.
Yeah, and
I think that's one of the reasons why I took it down.
Hang on a second. I'm having a conversation with Brian here. So the point is,
wait a minute. This is my stream. You're having a conversation about me, buddy.
You're interrupting Brian. I'm trying to hear what Brian has to say.
You want to hear what I have to say, because you have no idea, apparently, what Irish Demon did to me on January 18th, and nobody seems to give a crap.
I was there as well. I was in that live stream.
Yeah, well, then you know how everybody ganged up on me, and I saw an opening to get back at him, and I took
Dave, I don't care.
If you don't care, then get off the stream. Go ahead.
How do you care about one part but not the other?
Take off, man.
You gotta.
Yeah.
What was he talking about?
Come on my stream and tell me who's I'm talking. This is my stream, buddy. Just like you wouldn't let me in on your little pissy stream the other night. I'll see you. Bye.
What was he talking about as far as saying that he doesn't take care of his wife? I missed that part.
I never said anything about his wife.
Well, he said something about, if I recall, Dave mentioned something about how if there is some type of way, like insurance or something like that should be able to help you take care of these type of situations. And he said something that he might have regretted coming to the U.S. and stayed in barber school in order to be able to support his fiance or something like that. Okay. That's it. Now, it may have been emasculating to Irish Demon. Maybe. I'm not in his shoes. I'm not going to tell him how to feel. But it was not, in my opinion, it was not in any indication to me a slight to his wife or fiance. I would not defend Dave if that was the case. I would not defend him for that.
I've heard Irish Demon say, he must take good care of his wife. He said on one of his chats, on one of his streams, that he drives Mrs. Demon back and forth to work to long, hard hours. So he obviously is taking care of his wife doing all that driving.
Well, and that's the thing. Irish Demon, I'm sorry. I'm really sympathetic to people who go through hardships. We probably all have at some point in time of our lives, even if we live in apartments. God forbid. I don't live in an apartment, but I can't believe that guy said that. Anyway, I wouldn't put my personal life out in the public. When you're supposed to have a pseudo personality when you're on YouTube. You're not here to expose your personal stuff. If you talk about doxing and all that stuff, and then you voluntarily put your personal information in there, then people are going to speculate. That's the nature of the game. And if they're wrong, you're wrong. And if you're right, then more power to you. But Dr. Dave, I think, in that situation only, I think he invited Irish Demon to explain his side, took it down and gave an olive branch, Irish Demon didn't have to accept it. He didn't accept it, but I think he's more receptive now after he's probably sat on it, thought about it. And the last video I saw live feed from Irish Demon just the other day, I think he's going to reach out to Dave and see if they can kind of squash and get back to doing the things us fans.
With this, and just like Sandra Patterson on the screen says, I did. I talked to Kick, and you see, he's got an attitude. He's got an attitude about me for no reason at all, other than he's friends with Irish Demon.
Right.
Oh, that's a great reason to go on there and say all those things about. Oh, that's a great reason, JL. Yeah. By the way, a couple of people in the side chat asked me if he has a channel. Yeah. Don't subscribe to his channel, but I'm gonna. Let's put it up here.
By the way, Megan, my wife would actually like to know where you got your Irish or your cat igloo. She actually likes it.
Oh, this thing, I got it at Fred Meyer.
I don't even know what that
Fred
is.
Meyer is like a Target or a Walmart in the Northwest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, at the bottom of the screen, that's J.L. Warren's channel. That the guy that was just on here who said all the bad things about me and he wants to quiz Saul. That's his channel. You want to head over there, and I don't care. Yeah, he can use all the help he can get because his channel's not doing all that well. You look on Social Blade, he's not making any money. That's the thing. That's the thing. All these guys are trying to knock me down because you go on Social Blade, you'll see how much money I'm making versus how much they're not making.
I wonder what people who don't know what the heck we're talking about, how they feel. Marcus, what say you?
Marcus has been quiet. He's had his mic muted all night. I don't know.
I think he's absorbing it all.
You know, hey, I appreciate you guys letting me hop on. If you could see my head right now, it looks like, I got a bunch of little Tweety birds running around there, flying around and trying to catch up. And what the hell's going on?
Yeah, especially with that guy from Las Vegas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't understand his position other than, some of these people out here, they are incapable. I think, Saul, forgive me if I'm mispronouncing your name, but I think you alluded to it. Or, some people are just incapable of certain things, and man,
it's not in his nature to be able to come on and quash the entire thing. It's just not an Irish team. He doesn't strike me as the type of person that will ever be able to move beyond where things are.
I'm willing to. By the way, this thing at the bottom of the screen here, this is what J.L. Warren came on the stream about, because apparently he thinks that Saul put this on the website. I don't know who put it on there. I don't care who put it on there. But it's not possible to take it off, and he thinks this violates YouTube's terms of service. Really?
What is it? I don't want to look at it. What is it? If you can just kind of explain. Can anybody explain what it is without?
I don't know what it is. I haven't looked at it. I have no clue what it is. I don't know.
Well, Saul can explain what the fan.
I tried. He didn't believe me until you tried, and he still doesn't believe that it can't be edited after 15
But what is it? What is it that needs to be edited or removed?
A link to his website or something? I don't know. What's it a link to?
It links to his video. And I write lots of profanity here too, so you know what to do.
Oh, that's what he's mad about. He's afraid people are going to report his
I got it. This is starting to make sense to me now. I saw this on Irish Demon's channel, and this is why they were going so hard on you, Saul, is because they believe, again, I'm just basing it up on what I witnessed. I'm not saying I said it or anything else. I just witnessed this. They had a Saul. I didn't know this was the same Saul. They were saying that Saul is in cahoots with Dr. Dave to go in and remove channel content because of the foul language. And Saul will send Dave an email or text or message or something and say, you know what to do, was in one of the last ones.
Language. The only foul language there
is
theirs. That's why I had said.
What they're saying is that you and Dr. Dave are in cahoots to try to bring their content down because of their foul language.
I was on that forum for about 3 months before I ever discovered Dr. Dave's channel. Doing the same thing, shredding fortitude.
I don't know why people would be offended in somebody using foul language, and I understand that everybody's competing in the
No,
same.
it's not, I'm not being offended. I wasn't offended at all.
No.
The thing is if everybody wants to, if you don't want to acknowledge the rules and don't play by them, be prepared to be reported for violating them. Keep it a level playing field. That's number one. Number two, there's kids that watch that. Number three, isn't the whole idea to try and keep these videos monetized?
No, definitely.
How do they do that with profanity proliferating?
I'm not even on the same
It's
level.
a lose situation having that in
I can't even
videos.
comment. I can't even comment on that because I'm not even on the level, and I'm not even trying to attempt to monetize. Marcus, myself, we have our little Drinks and Discussions podcast because I like to drink. We love to hang out and promote local community businesses. Not trying to monetize anything. So I don't know.
Some people just don't listen to reason, though. I was trying to explain to JL that once something is there for 15 minutes, that is it.
Yeah.
And Megan tested it, and she saw that's true, and he still didn't accept it.
It's weird.
He still kept telling me, take that off there. You could take that off. Go to the history.
But it wasn't doxing. So doxing.
He doesn't know what's there.
Okay, so he was saying that it was doxing
I can't
him.
edit anymore.
He said it was some personal information. That's why I asked the question what doxing was.
No, the personal information came from him. It was right in his video. All I did is look through his videos, right, and say, let's see what this guy is all about. And there it was. His name, J.L. Warren, and I'm not going to say the place because I don't want to infuriate him needlessly. And because I am a gentleman. And it had his county. And when people asked me who this was, or I posted something or other, J.L. Warren of that place and that state. The information came from him. That's what these people don't realize, is that what I post on that forum comes from them. It's their own material. It's their
if you don't want that blowback, why are you trying to make yourself famous? YouTube famous.
Exactly. There was no suggestion, let's demonetize him, let's get him thrown off YouTube. There was nothing like that. I put lots of profanity.
Let me explain something to you guys.
I didn't say attack his channel.
Right.
I suggested.
Well, let me make a suggestion, if I may, to all the ones who are listening live here on the video and those who are in the chat. Get yourself, if you're going to put your content out there, get yourself a VPN so it will mask your IP address. Broadcast anywhere you want. Nobody's going to be able to find you. Get yourself a name that you don't want anybody to trace back to you and promote your channel how you see fit. But if you're going in out there and you're putting your own information and making it public for anybody out there to snoop, I'm in cybersecurity. There's a lot of ways that people can go in and find out your broadcast signal. They know how to know your IP address and all the other stuff.
You misunderstand, Brian. There was nothing there. There was no probing. It was what he said and what he wrote. He wrote it. I didn't search his IP. I didn't look to see specifically where he's from. This was everything that he revealed about himself, his name and his location. He doesn't realize it's there, maybe.
And he's mad because he posted something and somebody else saw it.
That's it.
Yeah, Dave. I like that last comment, by the way. I like that last.
They don't like the taste of their own mutton. Don't put it out there to be fed back to them.
Dave's a dentist, a barber, or what else did that comment say? He was hilarious.
A banker, an astronomer.
Yeah, I'm just everything.
And a FOIA auditor.
While we have a break here, did you screenshot any of those donations?
Screenshotted them all.
Oh yeah, because there was a couple that went by while JL was talking on his rant. Who's in here? Who is Arrowhead? Did you send a?
I don't recognize the name.
Arrowhead, who are you?
While we're figuring out Arrowhead, you want to hear some of the super chats?
Yeah, absolutely. The super chats.
All right, so we're going way back to when Vegas was on. Where is it? There you go. Here we go. Sorry. Let's see. Okay. I just took another whole bunch of pictures, so let's see. Okay. You did say I just love listening to Saul. He could read the phone book and I would listen. We've got that one covered. And Chris for $5. I already got that one too. Sorry. Okay. Okay, Keeper for $5. I don't know what Jamie said to start this one, but it said absolutely Jamie, same for me. I'm a female and he would be screwed if it was me.
Ooh.
This is talking about Vegas. A rash for $10. When these people go out and treat a total stranger like they do, there is nothing lower than that. Since the law won't do anything, all of us have to do all we can to bring this ugliness to an end. I agree. John for $10 says, I think Vegas beats up his mic. Jamie for $2. Imagine concussing a minor and posting evidence, right?
Nice.
Guy's an idiot. Arash for $10. We did put this up and already mentioned it, but it was what did I do? Why are people saying I did this and that? Keeper for $5. Much love to you guys. You are greatly appreciated. You have no idea.
Thank you.
And Brian Baker for $4.99. Big fan, guys. I got into watching you guys take down these First Amendment abusers.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Also from Brian, another $4.99. Hey, Vegas Valley, why did you have to harass and sexually harass that anchor woman? Hand Banana, Vegas Valley's son beats kids. And now we're getting back to where we were. Now these are going up. So Hand Banana for $1.99. We see your son. Show yourself. His adult son did. Never mind. I'm going backwards again.
Yeah, okay. I think we're all caught up there now.
Oh, now I'm going through when JL was on.
Oh yeah, there was two of them I missed.
There's still some from Vegas Valley. Joseph Paul Ritter for $9.99. Vegas Valley, wash your mouth out with soap, please.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Candy Cat for $19.99 did the super sticker. You are amazing with the confetti.
Thank you, Candy Cat.
And then PCB, Brian is a hero, restrained, dignified, and calm. Another MVP performance. Vegas is about 30 seconds away from going full Charlie Sheen. Props to you all. Nice. Mm-hmm. Keeper for $5 would be happy to come on. Wants to come on stream.
Okay. Yeah, you can come on,
if you want to send Dr. Dave an email. And a rash for $10. Brian, love you, bro. Billy Fenderson for $4.99. Ask him why did he say the word spook.
Oh my God!
Max
I did not.
Car.
I'm glad I didn't hear that. I would have really hit the ceiling.
Yeah, for $10. Brian N. Do you have a YouTube channel? And thanks, Dr. Dave. Please go after Vegas Valley. William Graber. Loads of fun for the whole family. Oh my God.
Yeah, something.
Sherry Schaefer. Okay. I'm gone all the way back around. Okay. So we just got the ones that have gone by recently.
Yeah, it's Jamie Barrels, $4. This is for Keeper and her support. And then Keeper says, seriously, Jamie? You have no clue how much that means to me. All right. Something's going on there in the side chat. I'm not sure what it is. Thank you very much, though.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to keep up with the side chat.
Arrowhead. There's this person named Arrowhead. I'm betting it's the Silly Wabbit. Because the Silly Wabbit tricked me once before.
Oh, he's got an accent. Can't miss.
Have you sent out any links to anybody besides
nope. JL and Wabbit?
Okay.
What about Dr. Vic?
Can't come in.
Where's Dr. Vic?
Sorry.
Night off.
You're kicked. K-I-C-K, kicked.
So, have you guys been noticing that the Audit Them's page has just been looping videos all day long?
Yeah.
He's not there.
That's all he does.
He's just looping and looping and looping.
He really wants to be in the Guinness Book of World Records.
He's afraid to leave his house because we are so close.
Yeah, and it's stupid because he's doing this phone auditing stuff where, again, we've repeatedly told this idiot that he can actually receive and view all this information online. But even when it can't be there in person, he still wants to annoy people by trying to do this via oral. He calls this an oral audit, an oral FOIA request. I kid you not.
They hang up on him.
Yes, I saw that one lady was like, click.
They hang up on him.
Yeah, just say, hey, this is our website. Have a good day.
He's crazy. Yeah, but he's afraid to leave the house. We're so close to finding him. we know a 7-Eleven where he lives, and we have a Little Caesar's Pizza. All we have to do is find those two places.
Yeah, I saw him jump out of that car to go into that 7-Eleven, and he jumped back in to get some change and went back in. I saw that same one.
Yeah.
How far is the 7-Eleven from the Little Caesars, would you say?
That's what I'm going to figure out. I'm going to go on a map. I may take a trip to Chicago this summer. I may.
If you could give me the distance, the approximate distance from the 7-Eleven to the Little Caesars.
I'll do that. But wouldn't that be something if I just was driving down the street and I saw the Foya Mobile? I said, "That's it. That's him. That's him." I'd park on the street until he came out.
Just look for the goat horns on the hood as an alarm.
The goat horns. Oh my God!
Just give him a big old hug when you see him. Really freak him out.
Right now, my sights are set on this guy in Las Vegas. I know he's going to post another video about me. He has a foul mouth. Oh my God! Could you imagine his kids at home and his wife? He talks like that at home. He does.
Oh yeah,
he does.
Absolutely. This is nothing new. They've heard this kind of language more than tonight. And when I saw that video of him accosting that reporter, that was an indication of his personality and who he is as an individual as well. So it was par for the course of what I was expecting. A little bit more on the racial side than I expected, but I expected nothing more or nothing less.
The thing about that guy though is he's not only a frauditor, but he truly does not like women. Every video I've seen of him, he talks down to women, and I don't know why these frauditors all seem to have that one thing in common. What is it with that? I don't know. I don't know.
Well, a lot of these guys do. It seems a lot of these guys have a problem with women. Audit them. The guy that used to be on here, Josh or whatever his name was, seemed like he had an issue with women. What was the other guy? The one who has the glasses that was he's 6'2" or something like that, and he was looking in the window. Travis. I thought he had a problem with women.
I don't think he has a problem with women. I'm not going to defend him, but I don't think he has a problem with women.
I might be mistaking him for somebody else. Sidewalk Boy does. The other one he hangs out with or used to hang out with, Sidewalk Boy was the tall guy. Yes, they all have a problem. They're all misogynists.
Oh yeah. I don't know why though. You're talking about frickin' media. That's who you were talking about.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Right.
Yeah. That's Steve Drake, $10. Thank you. Hang in there, Dave. I have a solid idea where these attacks are coming from. Surprisingly, it's not the National Association of Goat Herders. They love you. We got your back. Thank you, Steve. Yeah, I know where the core videos are coming from. I know absolutely. I don't know who he's distributing to because they're taking a couple videos and they're just running. They're chopping them up. And, I tell you, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know how do they have jobs as YouTube monetizing your videos? Is it that lucrative where if you're under a certain age, because these guys don't look like they're 40, that you can actually earn a decent living to where you don't have to have a full-time job?
Yes, definitely. My channel is not big by any stretch of the imagination. I know what I make, so I can only imagine what these other guys are making. Guys like Amagansett Press, guys like Ask Elmo and Whisk Boy.
Long Island Audit.
Long Island. He's well over $250,000 a year. Well over that. Well, yeah, he's probably making $400,000 a year.
Really?
I'm not exaggerating. I am not exaggerating. Plus, he sells merchandise on top of that. So his profit margins are wide. Believe me, he's making cash.
And by the way,
plus,
go ahead.
He gets those little lawsuits going. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, I just wanted to say I was just happened to glance at some of the chat, and I was saying thank you everybody who feel like I was didn't deserve the Vegas Valley, whatever rants and racial whatever it was.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry.
If it was the
happened.
first time,
no
I would be
idea.
offended, but it has not been the first time. But I appreciate everybody's support on acknowledging that. But
I had absolutely
doesn't bother me.
no idea he was going to say that. No, I thought he would drop some F-bombs, which he did, but I had no idea he was going to say that.
I haven't heard the S word in about 20 years.
Yeah, it was weird that he went. That just shows you how old he is, because that is like a 70s slang or something like that. Isn't it an old slang?
Earlier.
He said he was 51.
Yeah. 40s, 50s. You're going, 40s and 50s.
Yeah, that's an old term. That's real old term.
He's old school racist.
Mm-hmm.
That's prison. That's prison lingo.
And I don't want to say anything about people from New York who are watching, but he's got that New York slang down, doesn't he? He runs his words all together.
Right.
Jamie Barrows, another $10. Thank you. This is for Brian and for being classy when you were attacked racially. Love you, man. Yeah, thank you, Jamie.
He's actually missing his calling because he could be a good salesman.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean that sincerely. I don't mean that as a dig.
Who, me?
He has what's known in Italian as the gift of gab.
Oh, you're talking about the other guy?
You have to have that. You have to be able to do that to be a very effective, high pressure salesman.
You're right about that, Elmer Skagg. Too many F words. This video, I knew it wouldn't be monetized though if he came on and I wanted to play his videos. I wanted to play JL War. So yeah, and it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm not depending on this income to live. Now these other guys are. Yeah, they need every single dollar they can get. Like what's his name? Glenn Serio. My God, he needs every dollar he can get right now.
Well, that's what I was kind of talking about. I know that there's some YouTube people out there who monetize a lot and make a lot of money, but the guys that we're talking about specifically, Audit Them, Sidewalk Boy, this Valley guy, Vegas Valley, whatever his name is, are their channels profitable enough where they don't have to work?
No, Vegas Valley is. I put that graphic up here earlier, and I can put it up here again. He is not making any money, and Sidewalk Boy, since his channel went down and now it's back up, it's beginning to monetize again, but he's not making nearly what he was. And who was the other one you asked me about?
Audit Them.
Audit Them makes absolutely no money. He does not make any money on his channel. Maybe $100 a month, and YouTube has a threshold. I think the minimum payout is $100. So if you don't make $100 in the 1 month, it carries over to the next month. He's not making it.
I'm gonna have to tell Mark.
Nick also. Nick Freeman, Big Nick Accountability from South Florida. He's another black fraud.
Yeah, he makes. He does well.
Marcus, we got to do something. We're doing something wrong for Drinks and Discussions, man. You need to take off your shirt, Mr. Spartan. You got to start taking your shirt off on these podcasts, dude. Get us this money.
I know, right?
All right.
Maybe do it at the end.
Auditing America is Glenn Serio, right?
Oh, Glenn Serio is the worst.
Auditing the USA.
Is he in jail?
Auditing America.
Auditing America is Selmo and Will Turbot.
No, they make they're well in the six figures. Those guys are making some cash.
He's the whisk as a microphone guy.
Now I don't know how well you can see this, Brian, but if you look at the bottom of the screen there in green in the middle, it says estimated monthly earnings, estimated yearly earnings. You always want to take the top figure. That's the most accurate. So this is Vegas Valley. He's making a little bit less than $3,000 a year. That's what he's making.
Oh, okay. So that's drinking money. That's what I call it.
That's beer money.
Yeah, beer money, right?
Money. Yeah, exactly.
And I might point out that Demon never showed up. Again, I hate always being right.
It
could be he's in bed. It's pretty late over there. I think there's a 4 or 5 hour time difference ahead of us. I'm not making excuses for him. I'm just saying it's probably around 2 o'clock over there right now.
I think it's
maybe even 3 o'clock. Might be 3 o'clock over there.
He is absolutely inconsolable as far as whatever he.
I'm willing to talk. I'm not going to go on his channel, be ambushed though by all his followers, and that's what it would be. It would be an ambush. Because I went on his channel once before, and that's exactly what it was.
Well, you know,
get a word in edge.
I even offered.
Edgewise.
I offered on his last live, as well as Dr. Nick, to host this. You know, not necessarily debate, but host this forum for you guys, so neither one of you guys have the upper hand of having it on your own channel, and that way it would be able to, you know, be a kind of a neutral mediator.
I like that. I like that idea. Keeper, $5. Heading to bed. Much love, my friends. I take care of special needs children. Long day at work. Oh, Keeper, that's great that you take care of the special needs kids. Thank you for the $5. Have a great evening.
I'm just at a loss for words when people come on this channel, like Valley Vegas, or whatever his name is, and want to have a civil discourse. And as soon as someone says something that they don't agree with, their first instinct is to attack and be either racist or use profanity or something.
It's a wasted opportunity.
Yeah,
I genuinely wanted to hear what he had to say.
Yeah, but he couldn't stop with those F-bombs, and then we started with the racial epithets.
I took him at his word. He said he would be a gentleman, and I wanted to hear him.
That's his way of being a gentleman. That's what he knows. He knows the street life. He's a thug. That's what he is. He's a straight up thug. But
it's weird. Dave, you've been gracious again for allowing me to be a part of this and inviting all these other guys to come out here. I just don't understand what the disrespect has to be in order to articulate your point of view. And then also, you have a great opportunity to come on here and either sway some people who may have been on the fence about some of the things that you bring to your channel and maybe add some viewers, and people who might have been curious like myself to find out exactly what you're doing. I would never click on his links now, not even close. No. And you're using this opportunity. What they used to say was the old adage that says any publicity is good publicity, until you come on here and you start spewing that hate speech and stuff. That's just ridiculous to me.
Yeah. I just don't know what's wrong with guys like that. And then they want to make videos about me. He's making false videos about me,
right.
And he's doing though. Right. He's accusing me of being a racist. He was the racist here.
I'm not a what the term is bootlicker, or and I'm not a groupie for Dr. Dave. I'm not here trying to do his dirty work. I got accused, by the way, because I joined Irish Demon's chat under Drinks and Discussions, and because it's Drinks and Discussions and you're the beer professor, he assumed that I was your lackey and I was going to come back and report back to you. And I started LOLing to Dr. Vic, and I'm like, wait a minute, this is the same thing. He's accusing you of drawing to conclusions and making all these assumptions, but yet he does the exact same thing. It's odd to me.
Yeah. I tell you what, if you
unfortunately, Brian, I think that at this point, you're on his shit list. I'm sorry to say that we're on his S list at this point, because he perceives that you disrespected him in a way. And I understand his mindset.
I don't show my face. I show my face.
I have a lot of friends who are very similar to him. I know people who are wise guys. I've known many of them, and I know many. And I think that the mindset right now is that in some way you disrespected him. So I would expect to see more. Let's put it that way.
Listen,
let's leave it at that.
I know what I do for a living is a little bit more intimidating than what he does for a living. So I show my face because I'm not afraid of anything. Number two, come and get it. If this is not what you want, I'm not afraid. Again, I would not be showing my face if I was afraid of it.
Look at the demon. I mean, he felt slighted by Dr. Dave, and 12 of his friends jumped right on Dr. Dave's case along with him, and he can't let it go.
You know, it's a funny thing, though, Brian. I forgot what you did for a living. This guy in Las Vegas, his real name is Joseph Amico, Amico. And I'm not doxing you, Joseph, because I didn't show your picture. I just said your name. But he is supposedly a computer repairman, and his Better Business Bureau rating is F. F. Hey, Kim Ryder, thanks for that $20. Hey, this is your comment here, Megan, for the kitty cat.
Oh, yeah, I was just making a sign with the cat's name.
Okay.
Tika.
Tico?
Tika. Oh, it's backwards.
Yeah, it's backwards. Come on, don't you know how the camera works? Come on.
Sorry,
there you go.
Tika.
Okay, Tika. Just a baby kitty. Look at it.
Don't you have more than one?
Name through my earphones.
Don't you have more than one?
Yeah, the other one's Jasmine. She's sleeping in her other igloo. Did you see that this
Jersey Fool. Jersey Fool. You're right. That's how he grew up. You're right about that.
That's cool. It turns from a tunnel to a bed? That's awesome.
In case they don't like the tunnel part, you can always have the bed. My big cat doesn't like the hole, but the little one does.
So, Dr. Dave, what's your next? Are you going to wait for somebody else to come in with a next move on what goes on between Irish Demon and yourself, or are you still reaching out to him to find out if he wants to talk again?
I have not reached out to him. I did. Megan did this evening, sent him a link, but like I said, it's late over there. I think it was probably around 1:30 in the morning when we sent him that link, and he already did 2 live streams today. So yeah, the guy's tired. He probably went to bed. He didn't see it. That's fine. But coming on a third-party channel like you suggested is perfect, and I like that idea. Now, Silly Wabbit here says, why does Dr. Dave censor someone and wants to come in here and chat? Well, Silly Wabbit, I guess that's why you weren't on the show. You couldn't copy down the email address correctly because apparently you can't spell. Now, if you don't like my comment, then I'm sorry, deal with it. But yeah, I didn't censor anybody. JL came in here and he wanted to talk over me and tell me what to do. When he wouldn't let me in on his channel the other night, I was gracious enough to allow him to come in here, because I will allow people to come in and have their 5 minutes of fame or whatever they want. But when you start to disrespect me and I'm the host, you have to go. So hopefully that answered your question, Silly Wabbit. Yeah.
As it should be.
Stop asking me.
Back to your question, Brian. I would love to, if you hosted the stream, have the 2 of us on there. You can moderate. Of course, he would think that you're on my side. That's just how he thinks. That's it.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good idea, though. I like that idea.
Mm-hmm. Well, if he looks at anything that we have on our channel, he knows that we don't do anything like you guys do. We just get a couple of guys on there and talk and just sit at one of our restaurant bars. Megan has actually seen me and Marcus. I was in my garage smoking a cigar and having a drink, and that's all we do. It's not about showing videos or anything like that.
Figure out how to be able to put someone else on.
maybe next time you have that outing, send me a link. Come on.
Absolutely. That would be great.
I'll grab a drink or something. Yeah.
Sounds like a plan to me.
What's the channel called?
It's Drinks Discussions. And it's the one with, because there's a lot of people who have Drinks and Discussions, and that's our Facebook page, but we're the one with the cocktail glass on Drinks Discussions on YouTube.
You're sitting leg on leg.
Sitting leg on leg. Leg on leg. Hopefully you can see it.
I've never understood the leg on leg.
You want me to explain? Let me explain it to Megan. In some cultures, the way people sit facing one another or opposed to one another is extremely important. It's a sign of decorum. It's a sign of respect, and also can be construed as a sign of superiority or inferiority. If someone is sitting leg on leg, meaning with their legs crossed, one over the other, 1 foot flat on the floor, and the other one crossed over the foot and leg that is flat on the floor. If that toe is pointing in a direction of somebody, that can be construed as a sign of disrespect, that you consider yourself superior to that person. So that's why you see so many dignitaries, they sit with both feet flat on the floor. So neither one is in this. Now, this is more indicative of Middle Eastern countries than anywhere else.
Yeah. Did you know that studies show that you actually listen more when you're not making eye contact or talking face to face. You're
Same
a better
thing.
listener.
Same type of thing. It's
So a lot of people are like, if you're not looking at me face to face, I don't think you're listening to me. And I'm like, no, actually, it's the other way around.
It's like with the handshake. It's like whoever lets go first, is the weaker
the floor.
one. And it's just a custom. It's a sign of showing that you're equal rather than one is superior to the other.
Yeah, you could tell by our former president and the way he shook hands.
Yeah. It's very important over there. It could be considered a slight if you sit a certain way.
I don't know if you guys can see that chat, but I've just put that's what our name is and you on YouTube.
Yeah, I looked at it. By the way, here's our friend. You can see his smiling face down there. You can read about him.
Can you
Now, would that be doxing? Well, not really, because that's not the name you go by on YouTube, is it? No.
Oh, he was a pirated software guy. Yeah.
Yeah. That's something.
Can you zoom in on that? Just hit Control and the scroll button.
Hit Control and the plus button.
No, scroll button. Which is on your mouse.
So his alias is a cyber stalker.
What do I hit?
Crazy.
Is that better?
A little bit, yeah. Let's see.
Oh, here. What about this? Does that do it?
Pirated software. Yeah, he's an IT person.
That means he still lives in his mother's basement. He's not an IT guy at all.
This guy, though, there's a video that I can email everybody. I don't want to put it on here, but well, you know what? Why not? Why not?
Go.
Huh? Why not? Give me a minute. Why not? We've done everything else tonight. Why not? Give me a minute here. We'll figure this out.
So he's a fraud IT guy. He gives us legit IT folks a bad name.
Oh my gosh.
I find it funny that he's got a related business of Christian Mingle on there.
Really?
Yeah.
That's his business? That's funny.
That's hilarious.
And ask.com.
And Fubar.com.
Wow. So he's a huge liar. Okay.
It doesn't get any better than this, folks. You can't make this stuff up.
Here, okay, I got it now. Here, let's see. So let's go ahead and stop sharing that. And let's go over here and share this one's even better. You'll like this. Okay, share.
Doc, I'll be back in 5. I'm sorry, I'll be back in 5.
Yeah, go for it, man. Go for it. Okay, let me see. Where are we at here? Here we go. Wait a second.
Threats against judges here. Joseph Amico is in the Wayne County Jail tonight. He is accused of threatening to kill an attorney and bomb a building in New York City. But before that, as we hear from Jane Flash, there was a warrant for his arrest right here in Wayne County.
Well, Amico was in the midst of a bitter divorce and custody battle last summer. His threats to 3 judges involved in his case and their families and children fill 30 pages.
Wow.
With a lengthy arrest record and knowing he was possibly armed, Las Vegas police took no chances.
His street.
Bearing down on the home of Joseph Amico, wanted for threatening to blow up a law firm and kill the attorneys inside. Yet arrest warrants filed last August sought Joseph Amico for making dozens of threats against family court judges in Wayne County. In court papers obtained by 13 Wham News, witnesses say Amico called one judge corrupt and threatened that she was going to learn, saying he would post naked pictures of her daughter on the internet. Amico allegedly created public websites to disparage another judge involved with his case and threatened he would go after his son, his baby boy. If the judge shows the slightest bit of disrespect, he will regret it. The harassing phone calls, sometimes 20 to 30 a day, peppered the phone lines of the family court offices in Wayne County. Investigators say Amico was tech savvy. He's masked his calls with a spoof app, which doesn't show up on caller ID. He's also accused of corrupting the Sheriff Department Facebook page with private information of deputies, including addresses and phone numbers. Amico left the state before he could be arrested. Months later, the following April, it's alleged his anger surfaced again. Prosecutors say Amico became incensed watching a television interview with the attorneys involved in the sexual harassment lawsuit against Fox News. Again, in a series of phone calls, investigators say he threatened to shoot the attorney, harm his family, and blow up the law office on Fifth Avenue. Investigators used phone records to track Amico to his home in Las Vegas. He was taken into custody after a tense 5-hour standoff.
So he's an inept IT
Now, in
guy.
Manhattan, Amico was charged with making terrorist threats, but he was allowed to post bail. When he returned to court on those charges Monday, Wayne County deputies were waiting to bring him back here. He now faces 7 counts of harassment here.
So this guy is on paper. So this is what I'm getting from this. Again, I'm not even though I've worked at law firms and I've got people who have been in the public service industry. This guy's on paper somewhere. I'm going to find him for you. I'm going to find this guy, find out his information, and I'm going to just see where it leads me, because I don't like to be racially attacked. And if you think I'm afraid, Mr. Valley Vegas guy, come at me. I'd be more than happy.
Yeah.
Because
well,
all
I
that
think
crap.
you could understand. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I just say all that crap doesn't scare me. You got caught once, and you probably still are on paper. If you get caught doing the exact same thing that you were doing before, you're going straight back to the prison you came from, and I'm going to help you put you there.
You see though, you see why I went and filed a police report about this guy, right? After I watched that video, I said, "Oh man, this guy's a loose cannon. He's ready to explode." You see what he did on the live stream. You see how he acted.
And if somebody
he wants to act like gentlemen, is that how you act? That's how you act.
Somebody's got to be reviewing that tape where he hit that kid. If somebody's not reviewing that also and adding that and coupling that with whatever else information that could be provided, this guy's not going to be too far gone before he gets arrested quickly. Because
he claims his son did it, but he was holding the camera. I didn't see anybody take a swing at that kid except him.
Well, the mother reacted as if he was the one who did it.
Exactly.
Which I don't understand why the mom didn't and herself call the police at that point in juncture. The whole situation was just odd, and I don't know exactly. Maybe he just ran away before she was able to do it, and she was more concerned about the kid that got hit. I just didn't understand the whole gist of the video.
Yeah, he didn't look good in that.
It was cringe
shot or whatever that was, Jamie.
It was very cringe to work.
He looked a little rough
to watch.
He looked a little rough.
Hey, what is Audit Thumb? What do you think his name is again? He said, "Don't call me by my name."
Anthony.
Kenneth Anthony Lopez.
Oh.
Yeah, but he claims his name is George quite a bit too. I don't know. It could be his father's name or his uncle, one of his relatives.
Or he could be saying, George when his name is actually Jorge.
Jorge. Yeah.
Could be. Yeah, could be.
Food for thought, ladies and gentlemen. Food for thought.
Yeah, I'm just because when somebody in there mentioned that most of these frauders would probably be found on the offender's website, or the registered offenders, and I was like, huh, that's a good call.
Right,
He's in the Chicago area, right?
Yeah, I've never been able to reach that level of hostility. Is maybe the right word to use. And I'm watching the chat. Sarah was saying that if you're involved in a custody suit or something like that, there's better ways to be able to, handle whatever situation you're going through besides violence and aggravation. Mm-hmm. And I'll be honest with you, a lot of people on the channel says that I'm kind of an even keeled. I haven't always been this way. This is something that I've actually had to mature into. As a young kid, I used to be very arrogant and haughty, and there are a lot of times where, as a kid, not even a kid, I didn't grow up. People always assume that you're black. You grew up in the hood of Hard Knocks. I didn't. Sorry, I don't have any gang stories to tell you. I just don't. But there were times where, even in suburbia, you kind of still wanted to be tough. You wanted people to think that you were, you can handle your own. I mean, I think that's every neighborhood that you grow up in, especially as men or boys, if you will. But sooner or later, you kind of grow out of that crap. You grow out of this hostility. And then let me tell you something. This is going to shock everybody. The people that we're discussing, Audit Them, Vegas Valley, and all these other guys, I don't think that they have a good woman behind them on their side, because my wife would never allow that. She just would not allow this. She would not allow me to demean anybody. I don't care if the person is being mean to me. If I start getting huffy and puffy, my wife says, no, let's go. You're not going to act that way.
You can tell that if they do have women, that they're just like overpowered or bullied.
Yeah.
Or also assholes.
Look, trust me. I know guys who are married and have great women, but they're assholes to their wives as well. Get it. I understand. But, and if you really have a good, strong woman on your side, you don't behave the way these jerks behave, period. Because you have respect for your wife. And if you look at other people as some type of an extension of the woman you love, you would never treat somebody like that you love, including your mother, your sister, or whoever. You just don't do that kind of stuff. Marcus is, I'm not going to try to tell Marcus his business, but I have a child. Marcus has a child, and I guarantee you, he's not going to set that example to allow his own child to accept that from someone. Because as men, we're supposed to go out there and say, if you hear someone talking to your mother this way, I want you to say something. If you hear somebody that's talking to your sister this way, I want you to say something. They don't go out there and do it and say, now this is how you treat your woman. That just sends a bad message. And if you talk about society and where we are, that is a big problem. It's because of the things that we're teaching our children at home. Is fucked up. I was screwed up. We're teaching them the wrong things.
No, that word right in that context is appropriate. Yeah, because it is effed up. It truly is. Because kids learn from what they see at home. And this guy, this Joseph guy, he must have been raised on the street. The way he talks, oh man, his parents didn't pay any attention to him, and he was out running around after school. If he went to school, I don't know. The way he talks, I don't think he has much of an education. But
well,
that's what I was thinking too. Oh, go ahead, Brian.
No, go ahead, Marcus. You ain't talk. Go ahead.
No. I was thinking along those lines too. Hearing you guys talk about him, it made me wonder. Well, good gosh. I mean, how did he grow up? What was, did he have, what kind of supporting cast did he have? And Brian, that's a good point about having a good woman. Like the old saying goes, behind every good man is a good woman. So maybe that was missing, but maybe that, maybe his mom wasn't there for him. Maybe it goes back that far.
We talk a lot about on our channel, guys. We talk about a lot of stuff that I personally go through. Again, this is why I'm not afraid to dox. I never really had a great relationship with my mother, but that didn't lead me down a path where I was disrespectful to women. My parents are still married. They are, still Jehovah's Witnesses. I will tell you that as well. So there's a lot of things that could have gone wrong for me as a child, and to be a productive citizen. And we choose at some point in your life as a man, I believe, you choose that path. Either you're going to go down this path and you're going to do A, B, and C. And then even though you may have like some hiccups that come between A and B, you still have a chance to stay either on that road, or you can divert and get off of it. And that's who defines you. How you deal with that adversity defines you. How you treat people defines you. That is what Dr. Dave is trying to tell these auditors and these people. First Amendment auditors of the FOIA Act, do it. That's your right to kind of keep your people accountable. But when you start acting like an imbecile, like you have no manners, and you are better than the people who are supposed to be serving you in the community, then that is a problem. You're doing something in a manner in which is going to stoke the naysayers or the critiques that are going to come out the woodworks, and you have to be prepared for it. If you're going to do it, be prepared for the criticism. And if you're too thin-skinned to take it, cry, or come on the channel, or come on to another channel, or another channel, and defend yourself, show your videos, show your face, and stand up for what you believe in. All these people are hiding, and I just don't understand why they're hiding.
It's an opportunity to speak, and they're not taking it. If you grow up in a home without an authority figure that you respect and love, and someone that treats you with love and respect, even though they're your authority.
I'm not 100% sure of every police officer there are in life, in my community. I just don't know them all personally. But the few times that I have had a run-in, or not even a run-in, but any type of communication with a police officer, I've had a pleasurable experience. Not any of them have been mean to me. Anybody has been derogatory, racist, or overly aggressive to me. Except for one instance where it wasn't even a police officer. It was a TABC representative, which is a tobacco, alcohol, and beverage something. I'll share that story at a later time. But that was the only run-in where I actually knew another police officer that came in and actually saved me from a situation that this person overstepped. And you're going to have those. But doesn't make everything bad. It doesn't make everything part of our government. And that's where I have a problem with in our society, where everybody thinks that our government, who they claim to want to die for and think it's the greatest country ever, but all of a sudden it's become this government where they can't stand. And I just don't understand where the government is there because it's the greatest nation in the world. This is what works for our democracy. And then when you try to say the police officers don't work, the president is no longer good, the methods and the voting platform is no longer good, you're trying to tear down the fabric that keeps our society going. How dare you? How dare you say that the greatest country in the world, but then you say that the fabric that keeps us together is flawed? But you want to be a First Amendment auditor or a Constitution auditor and all these types of things. You can't have it both ways, folks. You can't cry but then say it's the greatest country in the world. Not trying to get political.
Divide from within. You divide and conquer from the inside.
Oh, I see OG Coachella in the chat. OG Coachella, somebody was trying to say that you were posting things about me, and I went over to your YouTube channel, and you hadn't said anything about me, so I don't know why somebody would say that. Furry Potato sent you, OG Coachella.
Stirring the pot. That's what they do. They like to stir the pot. Absolutely.
They love turmoil.
Furry's not the queen of frauditine anymore.
I never had anything against Furry Potato.
He's not the queen.
No, I never. No, I made a few videos about. I guess I should call her. Say her. Yeah, I just didn't like the way she used that pepper gel all the time on people. It just seemed a little excessive to me.
And the kids, confronting kids.
Yeah, just what is this? Wait a minute. What is this? You are here.
So,
who is Leland Miller in the chat? Leland Miller?
Leland Miller she's someone I want to make a mod.
She wants to be a mod?
Well, I want her to be a mod. I didn't even ask her if she wanted to. But just because I can't keep up with all this approving, I was just about to text you how you can do it.
Well, I just saw this comment right here. You're here talking about politics. What is this?
Because I kind of went through a whole little soliloquy about the state of which the society is, and I kind of veered off a little bit on politics. Well, that's why I said I didn't want to do it.
He didn't voice a political view one way or the other.
Politic talk was going on in the chat. I think she was referring.
Oh,
to
okay.
That.
I thought you were saying something about what I said. I'm sorry. So let me ask you something, Dave.
Am I
Dr. Dave.
Leland?
Dr. Dave.
What's that?
Let me ask. So,
yeah.
Valley Vegas, whatever his name is, had this whole dialogue about why he was at this school. And I'd like to hear from our viewers, who are the chatters, who are over here, and you as well. Did you find him to be credible? Because as I'm listening, I would have said, if somebody said that there was some shell casings or some type of a gun involved at a school and your daughter tells me to come pick her up, I'm not bringing out my camera. I'm bringing myself to go pick up my daughter, and that's it. He's trying to interject himself into a police situation where he is not a police officer, saying he is a friend of all these police officers that allowed him to go in. That's it. Just doesn't make any sense. I don't think anything he said was credible. It just didn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't make any sense at all. And he's trying to convince everybody that he's in the right, but he's in the wrong. Let me bring one more person in on the stream. This is the Cleric of Chaos. He had some great things to say to Goat Boy. He's the only person Goat Boy ever allowed to talk for 5 straight minutes and not interrupt him. Welcome, Cleric of Chaos, to the stream.
Congratulations.
May I add, a very talented musician as well.
Sorry I didn't see your email earlier. I wasn't over there looking around there. So what do you have to say here? Did you watch Vegas Valley on the stream?
First and foremost, thank you all for having me be a part of this. Secondly, the conversation this evening has been poignant at best and disturbing at worst when Mr. Vegas was involved. With respect to the type of behavior that he was putting forth, outside of the disgusting syntax, there was no excuse for it. Brian, you were making many accurate and many succinct points. He didn't want to acknowledge them. There was literally no desire to acknowledge or even understand or even try to identify what you were saying as objective or even what the overall modicum of discussion was. In his context and his understanding, all of you came over to attack him, but he's not able to comprehend the very notion that he's been on a very slippery slope all the way from 2016, 2017, 2018, all of these police precincts knowing about him. He's a very, very sketchy man, and I'm very grateful that you guys took the opportunity to invite him to an open discussion, at least try to be objective with him, try to help him understand. Perhaps maybe you should just rewire your thinking a little bit, maybe go down a little bit different direction with this. But yeah, you guys did great. How are you all feeling?
Very nice to meet you, Cleric of Chaos.
So much better now.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
I wish Cleric of Chaos would have been on here, because maybe he would have been able to calm our friend down, and I use that term loosely, friend, because he was attacking Brian because of the color of his skin, and I didn't hear that, or he would have been gone, boom, just like that. I didn't hear that.
He struck me as a child in a corner. No, there was no excuse for that.
Go ahead, Cleric. I didn't hear what you said there.
No, I was just agreeing that there was literally no excuse for his behavior. There was really absolutely no benefit to either side to try and understand where each individual was emanating from or what each person was trying to do with their mission statement. Guy sounds like a call center from 2002. Realistically, who is he trying to convince, us or himself?
Himself, exactly right. You know, the more I talk and the more I overtalk people, the stronger I feel and makes myself feel of value.
Oh, somebody's got an echo.
Well, I'm not really sure of what his intent was, either to come in and try to justify, hitting the little boy, which he blatantly admitted to on the chat. I still don't understand how that will actually work in his favor, but also by making yourself just look worse in here than you ever could on your own channel. I mean, you have an opportunity to have a stage set for yourself to shine, and you come in and you lay an egg, and it was just really... I was taken aback a little bit by some of the things he was saying, but I wasn't surprised, because I understand that people who do what they do and they chastise public servants, members of the public, just on the sidewalk recording the news reporter, they have no respect for anyone, because if they show this false bravado, it validates them somehow when they feel as if they have been invalidated in other aspects of their life. So they have to have some type of platform in order to say, hey, look at me. I'm doing something because I'm macho. I'm this. Because the other things in their life did not work out. Unfortunate for them. That's my assessment.
No doubt. No, and it's
the
good
people
assessment
that
because it's
we
true.
have come to understanding through reviewing, analyzing a lot of these.
Cut out.
You cutting out, Claire.
Is he cutting in and out, or just on my stream?
He's cutting out. Your audio cut out there, Claire.
Yeah, I think there's a bit of a delay on my end here. Yeah, I got to get a headset.
So there's a saying. Go ahead.
Looking at it, you did the best you could with the information provided. At the end of the day, he tried his best to come across as a big bully. He tried to shoot you down with vulgarity and just blatantly disrespectful behavior in the hopes that you would back away and that you would try to maybe see what he was saying being right. But if you're striking a kid and there's not only video evidence of it, but you've essentially come out and admitted it, there's nothing left. Like, this guy he's a disaster waiting to happen. And unfortunately, it is more than likely that the legal system, as well as the mental health system, if applicable, is going to have their hands full.
True story. I love it.
Right about that.
I'll tell you, I want to have a drink with him. I want to meet him in a bar and have a drink with him. But first, I want to make sure there are no fountain pens on the bar.
Hey, Saul, I'm with you. I'm not afraid to meet anybody face to face. If I'm in the area or if they're in Texas, I'm more than happy to sit leg on leg with anybody. I'm not afraid of anybody. And plus Marcus is my bodyguard. Marcus is my bodyguard. I'm trying to tell you, you don't want to mess with a Spartan. I'm just trying to tell you, you don't want to do it.
No, I don't know.
This is great. I did have a thought. It just kind of escaped me. I apologize. But what you're saying, Cleric of Chaos, when people run out of words, they tend to fall into what is comfortable to them. And if some people who are uneducated do this, they start overly using vulgar language. They start attacking the person who is just trying to have a conversation with them. And then thirdly, they deflect, because then they become more of it's a passive aggressive type of attitude where you're attacking me, and so I'm going to be hurt because you're attacking me, but then I'm going to respond by pointing out and attacking you with vulgar language or racist attacks. Typical narcissistic attitudes.
The rubber band has snapped. There is only so far that their mind will enable themselves to travel. Upon these roads, they have heard no maybe a half a dozen times throughout their entire existence. Their parents are more than likely exhausted. They gave in to everything they wanted as a child, or the complete opposite of that. They had a very poor upbringing. No solid role models, either male or female. No drive, no desire, no ambition, no motivation to continue to move forward to try to make the world a better place in your own capacity. Rather, instead, let's take the get-rich-quick scheme ideology to litigation and harass a bunch of people and hopefully win some settlements if we end up suing people and they just don't want to take the time to go to court. This type of behavior is rampant. And what you were indicating there specifically with how people respond when under duress, I'm pretty sure you're well aware, especially in your line of work, that there's a reaction versus a response.
Right.
And more often than not, people of that type, the ones who are not capable of thinking at that level or even just behaving like an adult, they immediately go to that one comfort zone, that one place, that one nest where they think that it is going to talk them or get them out of the situation. Meanwhile, it just makes it worse.
Right.
Then you have the situation right now with the whole Irish demon misunderstanding. You have Goat Boy coming after Dave. You have this Vegas jabroni coming out and just completely making a whole bunch of ludicrous, nonsensical, glad-handing, just beyond narcissistic and sociopathic comments. And we see this again and again and again. And the question that I find myself asking more now is, with the state of America being how it is and how it has been for the past, let's say 20 years or so, when is the mental health system going to kind of step up and take a little bit of the burden off the legal side of things? Because we're fully aware that the whole idea of sovereign citizens and frauditors is to jam up the courts to the point to where they collapse.
Absolutely.
There needs to be some help, some understanding from I want to be a lawyer, I want to be a doctor. Those two sides need to come together as adults and be like, hey, let's help each other out. Why don't you guys send some people this way? We'll evaluate them. We'll indefinitely detain them. And yes, I did specifically use those words. Indefinitely detain them until they can be reasonably considered safe and or educated and or reasonable enough to function in public. Because all of these people, the common denominator is their incapability to behave like rational, decent human beings and to attack others. And Brian, I resonate a lot with what you said earlier about how when you were younger, you used to be the kind of person to, be all out there, be tough, and, kind of really have your guard up all the time. I'm still like that a lot. It's a daily process. There are no better experiences than what you face on a daily basis, and just hearing how you speak, hearing how you carry yourself, and seeing your cadence, ultimately it speaks volumes to your progression as a human being and to what you are currently doing and looking towards doing in the future. Much respect to that. But overall, all 6 of us in this room right now, I think we can all agree that the goal for all 6 of us here is to get to a place where neither one of us have to cover these types of people anymore, where we can all have civil and cordial and jovial discussions over euchre or gin rummy, and perhaps have some delicious tequila or some whiskey or something, and just be having random potlucks or something.
Right.
These types of videos, these types of channels don't do anything other than create disaster, stress, extreme trauma in some people, like the video of homie videotaping the girl in the emergency room. I can't tell you the level of frustration. That was sick. And we're all doing our best to try and help people understand. We're not trying to educate. We're trying to be real with people. And people are looking at us and saying, stop attacking.
YouTube facilitates
Exactly.
the monetizing of misery, though. It's a garden industry. It still hasn't even come to anywhere as close as to what it's going to be as more people get more and more into it, and there's more competition. The competition will drive frauditors to become more rowdy, to become more virulent, to become even more aggressive, because they'll have to set themselves apart from the other frauditors, because the competition for the clicks and views will be fierce. There's not that many consumers who will watch the misery. A lot of people like to see that. That is their consumer, the person who likes to see someone being aggravated, harassed,
absolutely,
possibly even hurt physically. And as long as that continues, so will the monetizing of misery. Also, the healthcare system. The problem with that is that the person going into one of those things, let's say they're mandated by a court for treatment, that person has to want to change, has to want to avail themselves of the opportunity to try and turn things around. Most don't. Most just go in, who are mandated, just go in to do their time and get out. most of those places are new meeting grounds for addicts and for people with mental problems to get together, and sort of like a meeting place for them. As you have to go into it with the attitude of wanting to go and wanting to effect a change, otherwise they can't do anything for you.
Well, there's always been a method of making money by chasing ambulances. Okay,
this is different.
There's always been a I'm speaking in hyperbole, by the way, for a little bit, but what I'm trying to say is YouTube is never going to demonetize channels where people are sitting here completely acting like, and what we believe are acting like idiots, because it's like watching a train wreck. People enjoy it, no matter the educational level, no matter the financial status. You're going to find a group of people that will always enjoy watching people. And it's always the one bad cop. It's the one bad person that they justify doing this, that makes everybody believe that they're doing something of value. It's that one cop that goes out of his way to break a law, to apprehend someone or something, and then they say, "Oh, see, this is the reason I do this. Out of 100,000 times, this one guy is the reason I do it." And people agree with them. They keep saying, "Oh man, this person behind that desk who didn't give you honor that FOIA request is out of line. Bootlickers and all this other stuff." Yeah. That promotes these types of behavior. People enable bad behavior all the time. People with money who act weird, people in their little entourage enable that behavior because they feel it's part of what works for them. YouTube is no different. I started watching these things because Dr. Dave, Irish Demon, and Team Skeptic were doing the Soviets, the Karens, and the frauditors. I found it kind of comical. So I would love for people to always use their manners and open doors for women, say please and thank you. Which things I teach my son. Things that I'm thinking that we all agree with. Too. Right. And so, it depends on what you're, if you're the first one out or first one to the door, hold the door open for the person coming out, regardless of sex. Get it. What we're missing. Go ahead.
Let me thank our super stickers here real quick. Sherry Safer for $5 says, "I'm from Colorado. After Columbine happened, if something was going on at my son's high school, my son would be my first thought, not filming a video." Got that right.
First and only. First and only.
I saw tequila straight up here, $5. As long as YouTube is more interested in making a quick buck, this will not change. And then I saw something from our good friend Jamie here. It was a long time ago for $7. Mm-hmm. Jamie, I can't find your comments.
Brian N. and Cleric are beautiful. This is America.
$5 from Patrick Russo. Thank you.
But you know what? I don't want YouTube to change. I think freedom of speech and your way of doing things and how you conduct yourself is your own business. You can do it. It's your freedom. If this is how you choose to make a living, more power to you. But again, if you choose to be in the public eye, YouTube is a public eye. You're inviting criticism. If you are thin-skinned, you are unable to handle it, this is probably not going to work out for you. You might want to choose to go work at a different profession. That's what I'm saying.
And I've told people that before. I said, if you can't take criticism, you don't belong on social media anywhere.
Yeah.
No, go away, man. Find something else.
That's what I was telling Audit them, because he was so thin-skinned. It's just like, welcome to the internet. You're in the wrong place.
Part of my maturation. Go ahead, Dr. Dave.
I'm sorry. This guy JL that came on the channel tonight. I wanted to have a decent discussion with him, but he wanted to yell and talk over me, and I said, "Well, why did you post this video?" "Oh, because I can. This is America." "Yeah, but why did you post it? What led you?" He never answered the question. He never answered.
But he wanted you to be accountable for the things that you do and Saul do.
Yeah, apparently
that makes no sense. That's kind of a little hypocritical. I don't want to say hypocritical. I just didn't understand why you would say because I can, but then be so adamant for someone who can post something to have it taken down.
I've been posting on that forum for 9 months. He has never been a member yet. He's telling me what I can.
Right. I'm confused.
Well, to be honest, he was asking.
No, he wasn't asking. He was telling me, yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Oh, yeah, that part, yeah.
He was telling me. He wasn't asking. He was demanding, really.
Well, I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence on whether he was asking or telling. I don't know. I think he was trying to give you that there's possibilities. Again, none of my business.
That I was a liar.
Again, yeah, right. I guess he was trying to tell you that you were lying about whether you could remove it or not. I give you that.
And as it turned out, he was the liar.
All right. I loved how Megan jumped in there and kind of, put him in his place on that.
Yeah, by creating it and trying to remove it.
Right.
Yeah, because it doesn't sound like it sounds like something you should be able to do. Like you should be able to remove it. That makes sense to have that to assume that. But so I'm just like, I'll just go on and do it. So I guess Saul, you can't take down that post of me being Benedict Arnold, huh?
Nope, I can't change any post after 15 minutes.
So can I just say one thing about things that we may have said or whatever? And Dr. Dave kind of alluded to this when we first started. I hate the term cancel culture. I hate it. I don't think that that's really a thing. I do believe in holding people accountable for things that they do now and what they say now. If you have been in the 21st century, if you have been in a online since 2000, I don't know, 2005, you should know better than saying something currently that's offensive. Now, I don't know if some of the stories are true or not. I'm not holding anybody accountable for things that they said 10 years ago, 20 years ago, because I believe in myself. I have matured. There's a maturation process that I have gone through based upon education that I have received. Don't judge me from when I was, 10 years, 20 years ago. I was not in the same space that I am in right now. Yeah, I'll come out and say, look, I didn't mean to say that. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry if it hurt somebody's feelings or whatever, and move on. But I'm not going to allow somebody to hold something over my head because I said it, and I'm not going to judge anybody because they said something 10 years ago, 20 years ago, whatever. If they treat me with respect and they never show me an ounce of, anger toward me because of the color of my skin, my sexual orientation, or anything, then we can break bread and have a cordial conversation.
I'm sorry, someone in chat just said Demon is on plot hole speaking about his next video on Dr. Dave.
Yeah, I just went over there and I was listening to it very briefly. Yeah, they're over there talking about that.
Is that the Demon or was that JL?
No, that's on the plot hole. It's called The Plot Hole.
But who's talking? Is it Demon or JL?
Yeah, which one of them? I'm not sure.
Oh, you know what? I didn't listen to it enough.
That's a lot of. Oh my God! I mean,
I just had the closed captioning on. I don't know who.
It's a little.
We can listen to it. I don't know. He might copyright strike me because copyright strike everybody else.
Exactly, Chris. All I did was post the link to the video that he posted and put his name and his location, which he posted. That's all I did. I didn't run any IPs. I didn't run any special searches.
Ask Brian while we've got him on here. Can you find a person's IP address while they're live streaming? Is it possible?
Individual. If a law enforcement agency says, "Hey, we need it," they have it in their logs and they can actually obtain it. There's no way that I know that you can get the broadcaster's IP address. Now, if you send me an email, I can get your IP address from your email. I can tell you all that information. It will take me some time, but if there's an email address, I can kind of go through some hoops and find out, because email takes hops. It hits their private home IP address or wherever they're located, and then it goes to whoever hosts their email address. Then it goes to whoever hosts your email address, and then it gets to you. So there are hops around email addresses that you can try to figure that out.
Okay, so say an email from Goat Boy, even though it's been last week, you may be able to trace that down. Maybe.
Well, if you use Gmail, contribute it to it, but you can probably eventually find it, because they would say, hey, from this area, these are the IP addresses that we use in this area.
Yeah, I don't know how that stuff works, and I'm not going to pretend I know how it works. So, what's this? Feet 765102. I know there's a story in there for $4.99. Wonder if Valley Boy. Oh, I like that. Valley Boy was a part of the mob that killed Yusuf Hawkins and Bensonhurst in 1989. I don't know if he's old enough for that. Let's do some quick math. Yeah, I guess he is old enough. Yeah, he's 51. I guess so.
Valley Boy doesn't strike me as being. Have you ever met Joe Cool?
Struck me a couple of times on my other channel. Yeah.
They don't think that they are the slickest, smoothest, and most intelligent individuals there are on the face of this earth, and they sound completely like morons. Now, Joe Cool, I'm gonna call you out. I think you and Audit Boy met in drug court. I think they went to the same. They had drug problems. I believe that. I think this is what got me banned, because when I said this on their channel, I haven't been able to be on there. They went through and met while they were both serving time for drug-related offenses.
Mm-hmm.
I've been banned ever since.
It says here, they exposed Joe Cool exposed you.
Stop.
What does that mean, Jeremy?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Explain, Jeremy. Oh, look at this! I like this.
Doc, I'll be back
VPN and onion. I like that comment. That's a good one.
Like leg.
Doc, I'll be back in 5 if you.
Yeah. Okay. Go for it, man.
I just don't know where the audit them disappeared to. I don't know what I've done to run afoul to him to where he just doesn't want to hear any of my side or my perspective. Again, the only reason why I am actually a part of this is because Dr. Dave and his crew have been gracious enough to allow me to have a discourse with them. And again, I can never to just have a decent conversation about it. And here's another thing about Audit Them, and I will tell you this: we have gone all over the gambit. We've talked about a lot of different things. I go and sample a beer that he's going to talk about. I'll bring it on, and we can have our critique of whatever it is that we're drinking. Audit Them has us. He won't talk about basketball, sports. He won't talk about current events. He won't talk about anything other than FOIA. And then he will say, I'll be right back. And then he'll let other people carry his channel until... So I'm just not understanding. I'm not really sure what exactly he's got left. His shtick has kind of grown old. I think people have realized that. And he's trying to fool people by having live or previous live chat on his live chat. And people are commenting. I don't know if you guys saw this. People are commenting on it like it's a live chat, but he's really just replaying a previous live chat.
Yeah, that's his new thing.
It's odd.
Well, I tell you what, I'm going to show you a graphic here in just a minute, because I've been watching his channel stats very closely since we've had this fallout. Now, let's see here. Let's put this first graphic up here. Go back over here and put it in there.
Oh, and just lest I forget, PhD Tony said I sound like an idiot. That's what's his name, his friend, JL's friend. Anytime he wants to go on a live stream and discuss theoretical physics, particle theory, anything to do with that, I'm his Huckleberry.
Oh, I love Huckleberry. That is a Tombstone reference, Saul. I love it.
Who's an idiot? The man can't even speak.
Here's some stats from Audit Them. You see he's not making any money at all. Now, notice his subscribers for the last 30 days. They're down. Notice the views. They're down. Now, initially, when I started this nonsense with him, and that's what it is, nonsense, his views and subscribers skyrocketed. They skyrocketed. But now that people see his nonsense, it is completely stopped. It is, man, because people go over this and, oh, we don't want to watch this. All he talks about is for you this, for you that. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Just the same thing you said a minute ago. And here you can clearly see the number of views that he does not get. Nobody is watching his channel. He went from 786,000 at the end of last month to 790,000, which means you don't have to be a mathematician. That's like 4,400 views that he gained all month.
To my attention a couple of weeks ago, I went out there and tried to watch a couple of the videos, and I was just scratching my head and was like, man, I can't do this.
All right.
I don't blame you. Think about me. I have to edit those things.
Whose channel was that? I missed the title.
That's
Audit.
Oh.
Yeah, he's not making any money. Nobody's watching his channel anymore. He live streams for 24 straight hours, and people come over for 5 minutes, they comment, and then they leave because he doesn't get back to them.
Without you put him on the map. Without you, he's not going to succeed.
To continue to prevent him from succeeding. I think that's why he's kind of like trying to re-evaluate, what's the word? He's trying to re-weigh to do his channel to where it's different than what he was doing before, because he's left himself open to so much criticism. And Dr. Dave has kind of put the death nail into his channel outside of his loyal followers, like, you know, Jeremy Irving. I think he's one of those guys that's going to be, I hate the government because I'm uneducated, and this is all I have is to fight what I think is wrong with the world.
Who is Tribe? Is that right, Crispy? Tribe, the one who's always one of his moderators.
Oh, that's a moderator.
Yes, yeah. Tribe is one of his moderators. He's the one who kicked me out.
Is that right? Is that right, Crispy? Do you know?
Is that what now?
Ryan? Do you know if that's Rights Crispy?
No, I have no idea. I have no idea.
But it sounds just like him.
Barely.
Well, again, I'm just happy to be a part of this dialogue because everybody here typically is cordial. We have really good dialogue. There's a lot of things that I'm educating myself on, just how, you know, everything operates in the YouTube universe. I thought the multi-universe was and the Marvel Comics was hard to explain. This is even harder to explain as the YouTube universe. It's weird. I don't want to know it all. But it's one of those things where I'm not promoting anybody. I'm not even promoting my own channel here. If you want to know what Marcus and I do on our own time, it's just the guys talking. We don't do anything that Dr. Dave does. I'm not trying to be an auditor. You know, this guy, Jeremy, whatever it is, just keeps saying I'm day-to-day time in front of a lot more important people. Then this is not something I'm monetizing. Some other perspective than what people are normally used to, and maybe something that's different or on the same line that Dr. Dave or Megan or Cleric or anybody else saw views, but just come from a different perspective, because we're not all the same. We come from different views and backgrounds, but we, you know, are here to kind of share our perspective. That's it.
That's what makes the world go round. If we were all exactly the same, man, this would be a bad place to live, wouldn't it?
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
And what other reason do I have to sit here and drink almost the rest of my Maker's Mark 46? If you haven't gotten it.
Oh, you better watch yourself, because they're going to call you a raging drunk, man. I'm telling you. They're going to talk about you.
I'm sorry, I can't.
I still have my half a glass of whiskey here. I haven't hardly touched it. I've been drinking this water.
I'm
so
sorry.
You can tell the difference because that's clear. Yeah.
What'd you say, Marcus?
What might they say about my Diet Mountain Dew?
Oh man, a Diet Mountain Dew. That's rough, man. That's gonna be rough.
I'm sorry if I'm slurring my speech and swaying in my chair. I'm sorry if I'm a drug dealer because I drink alcohol.
They're gonna be. Here's a nice comment for you, Brian. Let's see if I can get it up here. There it is. That's a nice comment. I like that.
Hey, thank you.
You're always welcome on this channel because unlike Vegas Valley, you do conduct yourself like a gentleman and you're well spoken. And so is Cleric of Chaos. He's a gentleman. He's always welcome on this channel. Both of you guys are welcome anytime.
You know, it's funny because I want to copy that. I'm going to screenshot that and show that to my wife and say, hey, I am actually doing something here.
Oh, you want me to put it back up there?
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Dr. Dave.
Oh, no. Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm in my office. I work from home, so this is my office. That's why you see a TV right here on the ground. It's like this old plasma TV that I have right on the ground. I've got my conference table over here, and I've got my makeshift little bar back here. Got my golf balls up here. I got
nice.
My dartboards up there in case I get bored. So
Dave's a teetotaler. Jamie Barrows, thank you. I like that teetotaler.
So again, we're not trying to do any of this stuff to kind of impede on anybody's territory. We're not trying to, choose sides or anything like this. Again, I know Marcus and I both are just interested and kind of like and insightful just to kind of see how this all kind of comes to fruition because it's kind of intriguing how everything and people are so juvenile on some of the things that's going on. It's really juvenile.
Oh, definitely. But I'm not the one who's doing it right now. I'm trying to calm everything down and just make it go away. But I'm not the one who's pressing it right now.
Right.
People are attacking me from all sides. I don't know why. With success, though, comes problems. When you have an extremely successful business, and that's what this is, a business, people are going to say, I don't like that guy because he has what I don't. And they'll find ways. They'll find ways to attack you. And, you see it on television. We can use Will Smith for an example. Yeah, he made a mistake, and he's not going to be forgiven for it. He's not. Yeah. And all that hard work he's done over the years now has kind of drifted down the hill. Yeah.
I heard some.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Dr. David. No, my apologies. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that you don't like the word cancel culture, but that's exactly what's going on. People are trying to erase Will Smith from their memory. Yeah, go ahead, man.
Yeah, and I was just to add on to that. I heard the other day that Harvey Weinstein and Martin Sheen are still a part of the Academy. They haven't been
they haven't been expelled,
kicked out, or I'm saying, explain that to me.
That's ridiculous, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, but here's the deal. Let's not mistake cancel culture from just repercussions of bad behavior. I strongly believe that you should be held accountable. That's what we're saying, to audit them. We're saying do your job, hold people accountable, and do your job to audit and you to be criticized and held. You're being held as a suspect because of your behavior. You're acting and behaving poorly. So do what. Not saying you can't continue doing it. You can't have a channel. I don't believe that people should be kicked off their channel for it. But I don't believe you should be not accept to have criticism. If you can have a bad movie, if you're an actor, if you have a bad movie, great for you for acting. And no, I don't want special rules. I want people to be held accountable for their bad behavior. Period. I don't care who you are. Not saying that you deserve to not ever make a living, but don't behave badly and expect to get away with it without any consequences. That's stupid.
This guy Jeremy really doesn't like. Now he's from Audit Them's channel. Is that where he's from?
I don't know where he's from. Moral compass. And if you don't think that having a moral compass is important, more power to you. I don't know what to say to you, but that's what I'm saying. You can have freedom of speech, but if you start doing that hate speech and you think just because you can, you should, that makes you a moron. Period.
What did Marcus do to anybody tonight?
I think that was a joke. I think that was a joke. I
picked that background because I'm being a little quiet here. That's just because I'm in the library.
Oh, I see. All right, I missed it.
It was Marcus in the library with the candlestick.
There you go.
You know what? I see we've been on here for 4.5 hours, so I'm going to wind
Wow, has it been that long?
Megan has to go to work tomorrow, and so does everybody else probably, right? Yeah, we have real jobs, right? So I go around the room and see if anybody wants to say anything. I'll start with Cleric and Chaos. You want to say any last words here, Cleric and Chaos?
Yeah, other than just really appreciative of the level of discourse as well as productive conversation that has been had this evening. Brian has provided numerous accurate points that at some point in the future we got to bounce back and forth on, how we can potentially do something to amplify that. But overall, just thank you for having me this evening. It's absolutely fantastic that you guys are continuing to do these streams, and they're more and more.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Marcus, you weren't too talkative tonight, but you want to say any final words to us tonight?
Yeah, no, I appreciate you guys letting me join and hop on, and it took me a minute to kind of catch up to what was the conversation going on tonight, and I think, and Brian, I don't want to steal your thunder, but I know that this is something that Brian promotes heavily on our podcast is, just being able to have that conversation with different perspectives. I mean, we know not everybody's the same. Not everybody's going to think the same. We all, come from different backgrounds and walks of life. But, why can't we just sit down? Why can't we have these conversations? Why can't we disagree and still be okay with one another?
I always think about what Rodney King said. Can we all get along? And the answer is yes, we can, but we just don't.
Right.
Well, hopefully you guys will have me on your channel next time you have a chat. Love to join. All right, moving over to Saul. You have any final thoughts?
Yeah, the channel name for Brian and Marcus.
It's Drinks Discussions with the cock.
May not have heard it.
Yeah, I think I got it.
He's delayed.
I got it.
He got it. We're gonna have to get him a headset, I'm sure.
Megan joined us last Thursday.
Look at this guy straight up, no problem. So you're all set, Saul? Any final?
I'm all set.
All right, Brian.
It was a lot of fun.
Brian left us. Where did he go?
Right here.
Oh, there he is. Okay. Final thoughts.
As always. Every member of the panel, I would like to thank you guys for allowing myself, Marcus Drinks and Discussions, to be a part of it. It's great to see people come on here outside of a few individuals have a really good discord with one another. Not necessarily that we see eye to eye on everything, but again, it's a place that we can all come in here and voice your opinions and your perspective. I want to make sure that Irish Demon, Team Skeptic, that I am telling you from my own words, if you see this and somebody tries to portray me as something other than a fan, they're lying. I would love to have you guys, Dr. Dave, all get into a forum where it's very cordial and an understanding, because I am fans of all of you guys. I don't want you guys to come and attack each other, because it just makes it a really cringe-worthy views for me. And again, as a fan of all of you guys, I would love to see you guys continue doing what you do best, and that is bringing out the criticism of the idiots that are out there. Dr. Dave, especially, again, thank you again for always allowing me. I would love to see and have another beer with you on the Drinks and Discussion channel or on your channel. Talk about some of the more, cordial, relaxing things like libations, and have a little bit more of a laid-back type of atmosphere. Miss Megan, we appreciate you as always. Thanks for joining our chat last week. Look forward to seeing you more as well. And again, all the other guys out there who are chatting out there, don't hate me. I'm just a guy. That's it. I don't hate me. I'm just coming from a place.
People listening will come on your channel because that would be great to have a neutral third party who's not interested in anything, just resolve. That's great. So I'll move on to our producer, Megan. What do you have to say for yourself?
Just a quick question about Brian. When is your next drinks and discussions?
It was tonight. I simultaneous. So we normally do a Tuesday at our favorite little watering hole in our area that we live in. So it will be next Tuesday at 8:00. If we need to change it or move it around just to accommodate Dr. Dave or anybody else that we want to be the channel that hosts them, any day but Thursday. I golf on Thursday, guys. Dr. Dave, I heard you say that last Thursday. I came back and watched it. I just can't. I can't do it on Thursday. So any day but Thursday.
Make it a Tuesday thing. Oh wait, but you do your stream on Tuesday. Okay.
No, we'll host. We will host it. We'll host it on Tuesday. We'll still do it on Tuesday.
What is your position here?
Yeah. So what I have to say to my fans is, Max, I am the supervisor. Just so tired. My position's a little too explicit to say on YouTube, and I just want to say to like all the pot stirrers out there that are on whatever side, just leave it alone. Who wants the drama? Nobody does. So,
nobody.
Hope y'all have a good time. I mean, this last couple of hours with these guys has been incredible. So, well spoken, very elegantly put. I think it was a great end of the night.
All right, very good. I do want to apologize to Brian one more time for that terrible racial how he is. So we know what kind of person we're dealing with here, and I'm going to take legal action against him. You can believe and bet your last single dollar on that. Speaking of $1, I want to thank Jamie Barrows there for that extra dollar. Thank you, Jamie. All right, then. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream and wish everyone a great evening. Thank you so much for stopping by. And Megan, I'll chat with you for a minute after everybody leaves.
Bye, guys.
All right.
Good night,
guys.
Have a safe
Yeah,
one.
good night,
Thank
all.
you.
Good night.
Method to my madness. You break Well, I don't know how good I was on his podcast, but I knew. So when I started this and they invited me, I just knew I was going to seize this opportunity. I don't care what I was going to do. Seize this opportunity. When I see somebody getting 25K views on one thing, I just sitting there thinking, I'm trying to make money on this thing, but if we could make a little money, that's great. And then we become kind of like a local kind of thing. That would be great. But as you can see, all I'm trying to do is like, now they're saying, oh, Brian, your channel can host this and do this. That's going to bring us views, man. And there's some haters out there that were in the comments, but there are a lot of love. We got a lot of love. What do you think? What do you think about all that, by the way? Right. Well, I'm glad you joined, and I'm glad you had some perspective to add, because we ended up getting, jeez, let me see how many more subscribers we got. We had like 4 subscribers on YouTube. 4 subscribers starting since we've been doing this thing. We're at 21 subscribers now on YouTube. Just YouTube. I know that's not a lot, but still, from 2 to 21. Let me tell you. No, let me be more accurate. Hold on. Let me tell you how much accurately I can be. Look at you. So in the last, let me see how many subscribers we had. Let me see. Let me go here. See all. And the last lifetime. Some of them don't. They hide themselves, but I want to say in the last 30 days, which was probably today, we've upped our thing by 19.2 viewers or subscribers. Maybe I'm not seeing this right. I don't know if I'm looking at it right, but I'm not sure. Yeah. And I just saw Roman Franco just put in the chat that I just subbed to Brian in. Nice. We're on our way, man. I thought it was good. I thought it was a good